thought of Ragnaros being open, but not as effective as we have expected coming into the series based on the previous games that we have witnessed. But the key heroes that have really shown so much power were definitely Varian, definitely Tychus, and Falstad as well. So I guess we'll see how this pans out.
It's going to be tricky because the mindset of DKittens now has to be very much shaken. They were kind of favorite to win the last series, but it went 3-0 in the opposite direction. And it looks like it's going to be a Malfurion ban from those Deadly Claws.
Alright, no Malfurion. So that's less on the support pool on both of these teams so far. But Ragnaros, again, is going to be open, but they will opt for Tassadar instead.
This is just such a copy from Meowpoke. Alright, Tassadar. Nothing to take away from Inquisition. They also has got a good Tassadar player, but it's just a very open draft here for Inquisition. DKittens on the other side. What do you think they're going to go for?
Maybe Falstad Variant combo again, like every time the second rotation comes into picking on the red side. That is what I see in the recent matches so far. But you know what? Maybe they have something up their sleeves. Maybe, you know, the Hawk is out of the question, but Variant Sonya instead.
Alright, great choices there. Of course, still sticking to the variant, strategy here for DKittens. I thought they may actually want to change up a little bit. Ragnaros Brightwing!
There we go!
There we go. Man, J-House should be here for this one. Brightwing on Inquisition. He's been screaming Brightwing the entire day, and there we have the first Brightwing game of the day from Inquisition. Ragnaros, though.
Ragnaros, well, it does fare well. He can last longer in battle if ever he gets rushed in by a couple of divers, especially that you got Sonya and Varian, you got the Tassadar shield, and you got Brightwing for the immediate, not really immediate for the teleport heals, but let's see what they're going to be banning so far in response to the second banning phase.
Alright, so Global is in effect here for Inquisition. Possibly want to ban, you may actually want to ban out Rhaegar. I don't know, man, I won't let Rhaegar go. Yeah,
that would leave the red side lacking a really effective healer for those really painful and more sustained team fights whenever they go clashing and trying to contest objectives. So if they do ban the Rhaegar, well, what could be open? Oriel could be open for them.
Yeah, but we've seen DKittens play Oriel in the series just now. A couple of mistakes, wrong target on the Crystal Aegis, as well as not using it when Zace was dying in the Battlefield of Eternity. So, well, the saving grace here is the fact that Rhaegar wasn't banned; it was Falstad instead. Maybe denying the global. I think actually, no global at all. All taken up. Yep.
Yeah, Dahaka and Falstad. So Brightwing, the only one there for the. Well, HGC is open, so they could opt for like a state. It is banned.
Yep.
Oh, my bad.
No problem.
So wow.
So totally no global left, unless you want to consider something really weird like a Medivac. I don't know, man.
Lieutenant Morales again. We'll see though. I mean, they opted for an Oriel and Vala instead. So really good backline damage. Still with Sonya and Varian being the very good strong frontliners.
Guess what? Oriel level 20 global. She can fly.
Oh.
If you really want it, she can fly.
If we reach that 20 though. Let's see though.
If we reach 20, Riku.
Why?
Okay, alright.
But yeah, anyway.
No problem. So we got Vala, Oriel getting picked up by DKittens. Very consistent backline damage. A lot of right click coming, and of course Sonya with a bit of a skill damage with the Seismic Slam. Now for Inquisition, they need a front line. Ragnaros is not strong enough there. I would love to see a range damage dealer as well, so probably want to spec into something like Muradin maybe?
Tychus.
Alright, Tychus is fair. You have got a variant. Sonya, of course, we covered a lot of that strategy. Johanna getting picked up. Alright.
There we go. So that is their strong frontliner for the side of the blue side, opting for Johanna instead with all the blinds. Great for, Sonya and Varian and Vala as well. So great choice for the blinds.
It is kind of hard to expect Artanis there, but we'll see what DKittens want to go for. The last pick here is pretty open. Would love to see a little bit more of a range damage. Yula Vala by herself may not be enough. Sonya, well, we got some pretty decent bursts from Varian Charge into Sonya, Seismic Slam, whatever, and Vala with the right-click damage.
True. They might need casters are still open, like Li Ming and Jaina, if ever they want to opt for that, just to try and poke them out of the. But
Zarya.
Guess what? Maybe they're going for the Zarya instead.
Yep,
Looks like
just
they
for
are.
the cleanse, and I think to make up for Oriole lacking the cleanse. But Sonya most probably going to solo the top lane, and on side of Inquisition, it would be Brightwing because she's got global. In terms of the 4-stack rotation, I'm slightly inclined towards Deadly Kittens, considering the fact that Joanna's Condemn is, just really doesn't do much. So early game, I would say that Deadly Kitten should have the advantage with Varian. Of course, he needs level 4 for the stun, and we'll see what kind of extra synergy he can provide here. But Dragonshire, who do you think has got the advantage here?
Probably early game for me. I would definitely give it to the side of the blue side. For me, mainly because Brightwing is gonna be there. Ragnaros and Tychus really good early damage. Tassadar with a shield so they can last as long as they can. Oriole maybe will be reliant so much on the consistent damage to get those energy stacks so that he can heal consistently. But in terms of sustained damage, I have to hand it to the side of the blue side. They might get out sustained.
All right, and personally, I think that the red team has got a tighter 4-man rotation, but you're right, maybe they could just out-sustain a little bit more. Double support up against a single Oriole. Ladies and gentlemen, going into game number 1 of the lower brackets, we have on the blue team, Inquisition, Kevin will be a Ragnaros, Crusade playing as a Tychus, Reminiscence will be your Brightwing, Saber on the Tassadar, last but not least, we got Lauda on the Johanna.
Yes, meanwhile, for Deadly Kittens, we got Fiery on the Sonya. Meanwhile, we've got Zace on the Vala, Pizza. Okay, that's Pizza, right? Pizza on the Zarya, Kazarta on the Oriole, and we got Mir on the Varian.
Yep.
4, 3.
So, in case you guys are wondering what Pizza Sales battle tag means, it means Pizza Crazy.
Oh.
It's just this guy, he downed 16 pizza. 16 pizza, you gotta be kidding me. It's like he is the record holder for pizzas in Singapore.
Man, probably won a match after it, that's why. Anyway, let's see though, this early rotation down to mid, probably trying to make a pick. Here comes the pokes, blind onto Vala. So we'll see the Varian actually charging in.
Kevin with a blast wave, alright, gonna be fine. Of course, Saber doing a little bit of extra harassment there. Pizza Xiao's energy down to about a quarter. Should still be okay.
Yeah, a lot of members from Inquisition being zoned away as they are very, very low. Not a lot of burst heals coming from the Brightwing. Understandable. Lauda and the rest of his comrades will go back to the wall. So Deadly Kittens, for now, wins that trade-off.
Top lane should go in a favor for Sonya pretty easally because, well, it's Sonya up against Brightwing. But for the 4-man stack, it's pretty clear that Deadly Kittens got a little bit of advantage. Nice polymorph just when she's about to spin. Great job there. Shoot Blair coming out, Kevin a little bit of trouble. Still no stun yet coming up. But that goes a Detainment Strike beautifully. Landing there on Ragnaros. Kusato, man, landing the stun.
Oh wow, really fast rotations from Deadly Kittens. After Inquisition advancing a little bit too far off the mid side of the bottom lane, they immediately make a pick. Inquisition not able to react as fast as is expected. And I suppose that's... Oh no, Vala actually falling down from that. No heals.
She could have saved him. She could have saved him with the heal, but well, just without those things. And Mur now, mid lane, very, very careful. Pops the parry. Nice Detainment Strike. And still no DK.
Yes, still no DK. And there you have it. We see Lauda and Pizza actually doing a little bit of exchange. But it looks like they have pressure here on the mid side just so that Deadly Kittens will not be able to channel to get the DK for themselves. And both of them are level 4 at this point. And we'll see Zarya actually being eliminated. Wow.
Right. That's a good news there. At least they will be able to keep the Moon Shrine in control. And Kusato going into channel. Lauda just a little bit unhealthy right there.
Yes. Deadly Kittens obviously have the control all over the shrines as Brightwing is still against Sonya at the top side of the map. Not able to contest whatsoever. Here comes the stun from the Varian, but they're still trying to zone Mir away from the shrine for the channel. Great job from both sides, actually, but let's see who makes that first mistake.
Unless Inquisition rotates to the top lane, Brightwing is almost guaranteed to not get the Sun Shrine unless Sonya rotates away. And in that instance, you are forced to take a 4-man team fight in the Moon Shrine area, which so far isn't really working out for DKittens, but they still have that explosive capability, especially now since it's post-level 4 and Varian has got stunned.
Oh my, look at that fast rotation. There's the Varian stun. There it is. It won't do them no good. Just gonna zone them away, zone Inquisition away, and they're just exchanging control over the shrine. So far, it looks like they'll get Kazardo in the middle of it all with the polymorph as well. Heals himself back to health. Did a couple of nice detainer strike just to push away that Johanna, but everybody else is just super scattered at the moment, and Zarya will fall.
Very, very good response from Crusade. He knew that he couldn't catch up to the Oriole, and decides to change target immediately to Zarya, who was instantly out of position coming in from the top side. So just really huge credits to the Tychus play right there.
Yeah, this reminds me of another match from HGC last week. It's still Southeast Asia. Hold that thought. Looks like DKittens still contesting the Moon Shrine, where it was like 10 minutes. Nobody got the DK. Nobody got the DK at all. 10 minutes in. Because they kept swapping, and they were very stubborn. And look at that polymorph onto the Sonya, pushing her back to the walls.
Just really good on-point polymorph from the Brightwing, denying whatever life steal stability that the Whirlwind has for Sonya. And looking at the build so far, it looks to be pretty standard. Going for bigger they are instead of in the rhythm from Tychus. Very interesting choice there. Fiery pulls back down. Alright, close shave. We'll be okay.
Okay, Moon Shrine actually being controlled by DKittens so far. 3 people rotate here at the top side of the map, with Saber actually behind there. And actually, 4 people trying to collapse. Still no deaths whatsoever.
Right, so far looking so good. Rotations are kind of on point. We finally have the first mercenary cannon getting picked up on the bottom side here for the red team. Saber not going to be able to channel that one up. Mer dropping very low, and he pays the heavy price.
Oh my, actually just wanted that poke to cancel Saber's channel. I wonder if it's worth it, because DKittens managed to get that Moon Shrine, denying that DK take once again. So this exchange is happening between Inquisition and DKittens. Both of them are very stubborn, but level lead goes to Inquisition so far with more map control. I guess I really like DKittens, how they got the Mercap just to get more space here on the bottom side of the map, push them more further. Tassadar here and the Johanna, so that they are not able to respond in the mid side if ever they do force something out, but it's like something's gonna happen.
Alright, Crusade coming in from top side. Zaze landing the multi-shot, but not gonna get anything out of it. Fiery top lane against Ragnaros now. Nice choice to swap the heroes on the top lane for Inquisition. It's been doing them a lot of extra advantage right there. Crusade dropping a little bit of HP, lands the Dragon Laser Drill, and doesn't get anything else done apart from that.
Looks like Lotto will actually charge in with Mir charging back, but nothing will happen. Just a bunch of exchange, but the drill, that's a heroic not going to be available soon if ever DKittens. They'd also reach level 10 already with all their heroics available. So 1 heroic lacking for Inquisition.
I like how this is all shaping up here in favor for Inquisition for a little bit just now, because of the fact that they decided to swap the heroes on the top lane. But the 4-man from DKittens is still applying a lot of effect here against the 4-man on this side. Ring of Vengeance comes out. Lauda now going in. Mer actually going to try and punish down. Lauda, expulsion zone already being used. Lauda dropping very, very low, and Zaze finishes him off. Very nice pickup here from DKittens.
Oh wow, Brightwing wasn't able to respond there, but actually it's Kevin and Reminiscence chasing down the Sonya, going to join her comrades soon. A nice pickoff, nice map control as well. They still have no mana, but that doesn't matter. Still has some basic attacks up his sleeves. They're going to be pressuring this well, so no sustain coming from them on this bottom side of the map unless Brightwing comes, and we'll see how this pans out.
Alright, so we're back to Brightwing on the top lane. as well as Ragnaros coming down to the bottom area. They decided it's not going to work out. Yes, you get control of one shrine, but it is not going to be easy for the rest of the 4-man to take the fight there. Without Ragnaros himself, first match coming in. Crystal AG saving a little bit extra time, but Pizza Xiao dropping so low. One frag grenade is going to pick this one up. Is he going to be able to land it? No.
Oh, wow. That clutch heal from Oriel and the tap on the well. Nicely done by Deadly Kittens, but that pushes Deadly Kittens for a bit of short time. Oh no, look at that. Ragnar's actually Rain of Vengeance being dropped on Kevin. That's going to be a stun lock, CC lock everywhere, and he will fall down with Deadly Kittens getting 1 kill ahead.
And Taunt's going to be online in just about 3 seconds. Kozato with the Detainment Strike not connecting. Zay still playing very aggressively. Here comes some shield. It's going to be okay, and they will force out the laser drill.
Man, you gotta get that drill into the full potential. You gotta get that CC in so that they would soak up all the damage. It's just a zoning tool at this point, but really stubborn exchanges from both of these sides so far. And
oh, we're looking at the base.
Well, you know, Varian fell.
Yep, that's where Varian's gonna, go.
Yes, definitely in 20 seconds or less. But here comes the pull-in by Lauda, no follow-up whatsoever. But Ragnaros is going to be at the top side of the map. Looks like Sonya will be finishing off that Merc camp for more pressure at the top to buy some time for Deadly Kittens. But the channel will start as soon as Inquisition gets control of the mid side of the map. Sonya's still there to distract everybody else. Right wing for the backup.
Alright, it won't be enough. Bottom side have to give up the Moon Shrine because they've got a 3-man aggression from there. And Joanna's really good to hold the point, but you really can't hold for very long against a right-click build coming from Vala. It's just not going to work.
Exactly. So what they're going to do now is probably wait for a mistake because they've been just responding to all these calls. Lauda actually very brave to contest the Merc camp, and looks like Deadly Kittens will not be able to cap it just yet. Rain of Vengeance onto 2 people just to buy some more time. Look at the sustain from both of these sides, but Pizza will come from around the block with a flank, and there will be blinded. Really low Johanna, but actually survives. Just a couple of more hits left. They're still on the chase. Look at that blind, and looks like he's in no man's land. He will fall down after a long chase.
He feels confident with the increased movement speed, but oh well. Mur now. Oh, he is gonna pay. So first match comes out, Mur in a lot of trouble, and the living meter picks him out. Varian goes down.
Oh, wow. Actually picked 2 people down for Deadly Kittens, meanwhile 2 for Inquisition, but still, no one has control yet of both shrines and the DK side just yet. They're still buying some time, gaining some levels. But Deadly Kittens so far doing a great job. Despite losing 2 people from that, they still managed to answer throughout the pressure, through the rotations.
This is surprisingly close for Deadly Kittens draft. In fact, they're supposed to have the early game advantage, but it looks like it's just not working out somehow. The rotation's not coming through. The bottom lane is just a bit lackluster right here. Top lane, Sonya has been winning the lane for quite a fair bit, but whenever Ragnaros is around, it's just not going to be easy. Alright, Zaze now they want to gang on Kevin. Kevin in a lot of trouble, and the chain stuns does go down, but he self-sustains for an incredible amount of damage. The second Ring of Vengeance does not connect, and Ragnaros still goes down at the end.
Oh, imagine 4 people already ganging up on him. Really survives. Even Tap, I mean, almost, not even almost survives. He took a long while to actually eliminate him. But again, 15-15, really close on the scoreboard. But Merc camps, they're going to be pressured. Deadly Kitten's going to be pressured, going to be forced to rotate down bot, clear that up to gain more room. Tassadar will actually get that Sun Shrine at the top with Brightwing as well, teleporting nearby.
Alright, so Ragnaros back in just about 2 seconds now. Very interesting position for Deadly Kittens to be in. They are still a little bit away from level 16 and should be able to hit it in just a few more seconds. Ragnaros is going to join up with the top side, and so far it does look like that the synergy from both teams seems fairly even.
Yeah, I mean, they keep responding properly to all these rotations from each of these sides, but it looks like they want to start a fight here. Fiery with the chart lock in. Lauda, but that's no Johanna though. That's not what you want to start a fight with at this point. But that's going to be Tychus rotating down bot, securing that side of the map. But looks like Johanna bumped into a couple of people from Deadly Kittens. Will run away. It's okay.
Sonya is actually very caught up from the rest of the team right now. If they do collapse on her, she's definitely going to be in a lot of trouble. And Dragon Knight Shrine lighting up for the blue team. Inquisition in a good spot, but Lauda all the way in the backside. Gotta be very careful. Steph's got the Anskin, used it already. And there goes the Blessed Shield. And also we're gonna see the Brightwing coming in. And the Emerald Wind is gonna split the fight in multiple angles. Sulfura Smash deletes Oriel. Kevin now getting tugged at Mur, trying to keep the Ragnaros down. And he takes him out really, really well. 2-4-1 exchange. Deadly Kitten 3-4-1 exchange. And we have the first Dragon Knight for Saber.
Wow, that was a nicely placed drill. Deadly Kittens were stuck in that area, so the drill was just reaching everybody else, and they had nowhere to run. They were forced to fight, and that was the best situation for Inquisition to find. So everything else... Hey, I'm going back, man. Alright. Oh, man. So, 2 members left to defend. The rest will revive shortly. But after 13, more or less 14 minutes, they really got a lot out of this DK once they managed to secure it.
Right, so bottom 4 also going down. Saber, Crusade, Lauda, Reminiscence, all 4 of them going to push the bottom area. Ragnaros did go down to fight this now, so he's going to straight away rotate to the top side. Zaze with a nice vault backwards. Expulsion Zone coming up, but doesn't really achieve much of anything. Stun onto the Dragon Knight, and a taunt coming out as well. Lots of resources being used just to keep Saber down, and we finally see Saber respawning as the Tessadar. Zay still giving chase.
Wow, looks like they really want to start something off here, especially that Ragnaros is at the top side of them. Maybe just force them back, as Sonya is going to be going head-to-head with the Ragnaros there at the top side of them. They're going to be securing Merc so far, but they're going to be interrupting them. Zace leading the front line. Pizza, everybody else going to be blinded, especially Vala. They're all eyes on the prize with Zace getting stunned. A lot of people getting stunned there, but getting saved by the Aegis of the Oriel. But Zace still getting focused down so far. He'll be the first one to fall. Polymorph Zarya as well. 2 members fall from Deadly Kittens. And Mur, my god, that's a 3rd member down. And Sonya is just going to be busy spinning just to get more sustain. And there you have it, 4 members down with Fiery. Just, you know, I'm going to take this as a consolation prize instead.
Wow, nobody knew he was doing the camp.
Yeah.
While the team was dying, this guy, this boy, he is just knocking on the camps, but still great fight by Inquisition. They had it all going great for them. Of course, the synergy, you could see straight out from Kevin's Sulfura Smash, just letting the skill shots out, doing a lot of work against Deadly Kittens. And here we have the Molten Core coming in. A bit more damage onto the core. Shield still alive and counting. Fiery coming in, letting some slams, and he gets stunned, but no follow-up. Man, Molten Core doing 1% to the core.
Man.
What a waste.
I mean, it's really difficult when Vala gets focused down and everybody gets separated in such a really close space. There is nowhere to run. Even though the stasis landed, Oriel tried to save Vala as much as he can. But then there's Tychus, there's Johanna, there's Ragnaros in your face. It's so difficult to actually survive that. So they need peel for this Vala. Probably out of position.
They do. And also if you look at the Brightwing, man, Emerald win. That has got to be a bonus for me today. So he's actually gonna go down to the bottom area, and no, Ragnaros mid area in fact. Sorry, Zarya pulling back. There goes the Crystal Aegis. Ring of Vengeance connects only on 1 target. Pizza Ciao still gonna pull back out. Zace also gonna be fine. Kevin still giving the chase, and there goes looking for the Sulfura Smash, but it's already being used. Zace dropping very, very low, and he goes down. Vala's already deleted Mur now in the backside, not able to do anything. Man.
Yeah, the heal from Oriel, definitely not enough. After melting through all that damage, there comes the heal, but then it just melts through right again. They have consistent damage to stay down. There's the Archon, just probably about to expire already, but you know what? 1 DPS down, Vala down, and that is Ragnaros really dealing the hurt onto these structures, onto the members of Deadly Kittens.
I realize Kevin really just wants to go into rage mode, you know. And just, you know, man it up. Molten Core everywhere I go. I'm Molten Core.
Yeah, for sure. But looks like they are going to be going top just so that they can secure that shrine, clear that camp that's knocking on their door. and secure another DK for them. Oh man, Mer, don't get the channel in. There comes the taunt, but the rest of the members of Inquisition are already here. Just pushing Mer away. And looks like he will fall. I don't think he can escape this one.
He can parry all day. Alright, so they did lose Zarya in the bottom side as well. And they are still not level 20. Saber going in as the Dragonite on a fully exposed core. Looks like this is going to be game. I don't think Kevin's got Molten Core, but I don't think it matters as well. Here comes the Dragon Laser Drill just for a picture moment. Fiery takes a bit of damage, but I think this is going to be it. Ladies and gentlemen, the winner of the first game will go to Inquisition.
Man, Inquisition really strong with their rotations, knowing that when they have that lead, they do not hesitate to keep attacking, keep pursuing, and that's why having this hesitant moments coming from Deadly Kittens isn't really gonna help try to counter, because you are really put on the spot when Inquisition really, charges in and gives you no time to think.
Yeah, sorry. The strategy from Inquisition just works out really well. The burst is there, and overall just great splitting of fights from Brightwing. I think it's more like the fault of it's just more like the fault of Deadly Kittens for not being able to lock down a single target and bursting it down. It's just the synergy wasn't there.
Yeah.
Like even between Mer and Zace, they are known as the famed duo of Southeast Asia, but you don't see the amount of damage that you're supposed to witness coming from there. Arena of Vengeance was slightly off a little bit. I think something tilted Zace today. I don't know what it is, but he's gonna have to fix it soon.
Yeah, normally you would want, get that variant taunt in, you shield the variant, and then the rest of the DPS from the backline just burst someone down. But then I think they got out damaged. I mean, Tychus, Ragnaros, everybody else from their side, just really difficult to deal with. And there were a couple of moments where, Vala was the first target to actually fall down from battle. So with not the right positioning, it's really hard to set up a team fight that is in favor of Deadly Kittens.
Also, the way the team moved is just like they're not really moving together as fives. I would say that Oriel, in general, just didn't shine this game. Apart from the first few really good detainment strikes. Crystal Aegis coming out, the heals just not being there. There was a few misplay on the side of Oriel where, he could have saved Mer or something like that. But overall, it's just you could feel this team falling apart bit by bit because you see Mer in the mid lane stopping the channel on the Dragonite, whereas Zarya on the bottom side, it's just they're all very split up.
Oh, yeah, that's true. So a couple of mistakes could be repaired coming into Game 2. I believe the next map is going to be...
let's wait for more information on the next map. But it does not look like we're going to get the... It does not look like we're going to Brexis. Anyway,
yeah, that will be the fifth map, but Sky Temple will be our second map coming right up in a few. But we'll see, because... what Inquisition did was banning out all of the global pressure, like Dehaka and Falstad, and then keeping the Brightwing for themselves. So it just forced out really confusing rotations from the side of Deadly Kittens to just keep adjusting to what Inquisition has been doing throughout the series, or throughout the game, rather. So maybe this time around it could be different in terms of their drafting, but... maybe they'll just shift to a different strategy where they don't have to rely on those banned heroes.
It is interesting to note that they picked up the Brightwing and played it to a great effect. Early game, I feel like it's just the fact that in the early game, Deadly Kittens, they should have won the early game pretty convincingly with a stronger form and rotation and hitting level 4, good stun. You got some form of burst from Vala as well.
Yes.
But they didn't manage to pull that off, and it's just really frustrating to watch after a while. The comps are down, your heroes are going everywhere.
Yeah.
Sonny on the top lane still holding the fort there pretty well. But the moment Ragnaros decides to go to the top lane, Brightwing switches down to the mid-4 area. It's straight away almost obvious that they don't have the damage to kill anyone. Yet, it's like, the entire period of time, Deadly Kittens were not able to get any value at all.
Yes.
They were just able to secure the Moon Shrine. They couldn't take down the well. They couldn't take down more than, I think, the towers and the gate.
Yes.
And it just looks like a little bit weak on that part.
Yeah, we'll see how this pans out as we head on to Game 2 in a few moments. Again, the map actually let's head on to the drafting phase already. Let's go to Sky Temple. Again, this is going to be the match between Deadly Kittens versus, yes sir, Inquisition.
All right. So Sky Temple. Lots of laser beams around. That's what I'm told. All right, Deadly Kittens on the right. By the way, Inquisition is up 1-0 in this series. And
Take note.
looks like it's going to be a pretty simple ban. I don't think they're going to follow up with the same ban just now of the Zara Malfurion ban. Okay.
You think they keep attacking these support bans just so that it's really the weak point so that they can get it all for themselves because they have a better pool?
Currently, there is one God tier support. That's Malfurion. Everyone else is kind of on tier 2 with Rhaegar leading a little bit. Karazim is pretty decent in Korea, but in Southeast Asia, most players, they don't really know how to capitalize on that.
Yes.
Morales would be Southeast Asia's second tier 2 pick coming in, if you ask me.
True.
So Rhaegar, Morales, and then Karazim. Tassadar not really played as a support anymore. It's kind of just like a slowing mechanic.
Yeah.
You know, it's like if you play tower defense game, he's like your ice cannon. Alright? It doesn't do much damage, he's just there to slow for laughs.
Yeah. Pure utility boy.
Yeah, pure utility.
Okay. So let's see though, what do they have here for the blue side? I mean, it could be Falstad is still open if they really want to take it, like flying from one shrine to another. If they make a pick, they can actually control 2 shrines at the same time after, you know, pushing the enemy team away, if ever that is going to be possible.
Sorry, I'm just laughing because this is the first time we see Deadly Kittens first pick Tassadar. It's like they finally learned their lesson. We're just not going to give you that Tassadar anymore, but they lose Varian.
They lose Varian. So it's all about priorities. They want the Tassadar for themselves. They're still deciding on what they should have. Looks like they're still opting for that Brightwing. So it really worked during the previous game, although not burst heals, but it's still consistent as they were playing the micro game well in all those clashes, going back and forth. So it's, what do you call this? It's really up to Deadly Kittens on how they know it's going to be Brightwing. What are Rhaegar is still open for the support that they could take.
Having picked Tassadar early on possibly opens up an Illidan pick here for Deadly Kittens, but Sky Temple Illidan. Ooh, I've seen Illidan fail so much in this battleground. I don't know what to say to that. Tassadar, pretty open. The good thing about Tassadar is that, you know, it's just a slowing mechanic, some form of anti-burst, which is really good against Varian. Seeing Inquisition pick Varian into a Tassadar, it's pretty interesting to see as well. Alright, so it's going to be Vala Ragnaros. They decide to pick up the potential strong heroes there.
Alright, so definitely really strong backline damage, very, very explosive for sure, but we'll see what they're gonna ban. I mean, we still want to see more warriors at the side of Deadly Kittens for sure. ETC, Diablo, definitely gonna be open. I'm not sure if they're still gonna be playing the Sonya, since it didn't really work well for them during the first game.
No, I don't think it's gonna be Sonya. Ragnaros and Sonya kind of fills the same spot. Probably want to pick up, I don't know, this ban here is going to be very crucial.
True.
Probably want to ban out wow, they banned ETC. I was about to say that they want to play ETC themselves because it provides an extra global, as well as the fact that they got Lauda, Reminiscence. Both of those guys, they are really good ETC players. But banning out the ETC here only means that they want to pick up the Dahaka. And I don't think Diablo is going to get played in Sky Temple.
True.
Yeah, I love the hero, but in SCA, I mean, this is Southeast Asia, right?
Or maybe this is the time for, you know, Artanis. I'm
Bottom
kidding.
of the food chain, so
Yeah.
I don't know. Artanis, wow, yeah. I think I like Artanis here. What do you think Deadly Kittens is going to ban?
Maybe they'd wanna ban... I'm not quite sure actually. Maybe Johanna again, perhaps? Because it was really problematic earlier. But I kind of doubt they would pick it again. I mean, then again, Vari and Johanna, would that really synergize well in terms of being the front line? I haven't seen that kind of pair before.
Yeah, I think it maybe, but not really well. Varian, you really want to have like a secondary burst coming in.
True.
Johanna doesn't have that. Li Ming gets banned instead. And for Inquisition, they have got 2 more picks in this phase. You probably want to secure your range damage dealers. Would love to see Artanis at some point, but
Yeah.
Brightwing solo heal is very taxing.
That is true. So maybe someone who has their own self-sustain, just in case they can't, survive, as Brightwing might solo perhaps,
Yeah.
just so that he does have some sort of wave gear, has that global, just in case something happens. If Deadly Kitten starts or something. Falstead, Gul'dan. Gul'dan does have sustain.
Yeah, this is good. This is double global on the side of Inquisition. They finally also play Gul'dan. On the side of Deadly Kittens, though, they got 2 more picks. Dahaka is already banned out along with ETC.
They need a front line here, definitely.
And no more global again for Deadly Kittens.
Yeah, denying that, I mean, Dahaka, ETC being banned, keeping Brightwing and Falstad, they had the chance to pick that, but they're more prioritizing the Vala and the Ragnaros for the explosive damage on their side. Well, it's so weird not seeing Artanis, because Artanis keeps popping up during day 1 and day 2, and now we're finally at day 4. He suddenly just is not there as commonly picked compared to before. But we'll see.
It's not like Artanis is bad. It's just like there's a lot of better options right here. For Deadly Kittens, I want to see Diablo actually, but I don't think they're gonna do it. Zarya seems like a possible pick.
Yeah, Zarya, Oriel, and
Tyrael
instead.
Right.
So the utility boys are here. Tassadar, Tyrael, you put the shield in, I suppose. And
Man, this is actually very focused on Vala and Ragnaros for damage. And maybe Tyrael can keep it alive, but the heroes don't really have like a chain CC
exactly.
kind of synergy.
Yeah, and if there is no hard CC, they might have trouble actually bursting down a target.
Well, I mean, there's the Ring of Vengeance, but it's not going to be easy to land Ring of Vengeance
True.
on multiple targets to set up for Sulphurous Smash. Tyrael, unless you want to go Judgment, which would really make my day. I don't know.
I suppose so. We'll see. In response to this Ariel and Tyrael pick, this is the second time we've seen this pair being picked at last rotation. But so far, Inquisition looks really, really solid. They have the taunt, and they have all the damage in the world to actually burst. They have the chase as well with the Brightwing movement speed and Falstad movement speed. And there we go. There's the Artanis.
Yep.
Woo.
Very nice way to round out the draft, of course. Do note that the Phase Prison into a Mighty Gus basically spells Doom, and you still have got Gul'dan with Horrify. Variant Charge would probably secure lockdown on most of the targets. But yeah, really, Tyrael, what does he do here? Tyrael with Sanctification. Tesla already has got Shield. Crystal Aegis. Isn't it a little bit too defensive for Deadly Kittens? We'll have to see. No global, by the way, on this team.
Yeah. So again, just as compared to the first match, they might be running around just so that they can keep up with the pace of Inquisition, because that has been their strength so far, as I can tell.
I have to say, if you really want global level 20 Aurel, she can still fly.
Yeah, actually, for that, just to counter that Brightwing. But, level 20, again, really, I wonder, though. Sky Temple. Why are you laughing?
Riku has got the #1 question on her mind. Are we going to get to level 20?
Yeah, I've been asking that first game, but we'll see. It might be different this time around, because they might pull off this different strategy where they're like running double utility. There's a double, there's Tassadar, and then the the Ariel and the Tyrael as well. So yeah, we'll see. Let's get on to game 2 between Deadly Kittens versus Inquisition.
And on the blue team, we got ourselves Inquisition from Singapore. Kevin going to be playing as the Artanis. Lauda onto the Varian. Saber will be a Gul'dan. Crusade onto the Falstad, last but not least. Brightwing being played by Reminiscence.
And on the red side, we've got Deadly Kittens Fiery on the Ragnaros, again very suiting. Kazarto on the Tyrael, Oriel rather, and Pizza on the. Okay, you're moving a lot.
Tesla.
Tassadar, thank you very much. And they're already launching off from the base, and we'll see Falstad with the early flight just to secure vision, see where they are.
Right, Zay's running on the team as Vala. Kevin, with the swap backwards. Oh man, so good. Zay's now taking a bit of damage. Crusade hammering on, and there goes Vala already. Mur now with the blast wave Gonna be able to increase movement speed a little bit. We'll be fine.
No, this is like deja vu. Oh, hold that thought.
Whoa!
Pizza is so close, and there comes the shield. He has to cancel out all the poison in the world from the Gul'dan, but this is deja vu. Vala falls again, first hand on the battle.
You gotta be kidding me, man. That swap is a 10.10.
Yeah, perfect. Great Artanis face person plays, but they're going to be collapsing onto Fiery right here. Looks like he'll be safe. Nice micro, nice sidestep with the Polymorph. Might finish him off with all the damage from Gul'dan and the rest of Inquisition. Another pick. My god.
And just when you praise the guy, he misses a face prison.
Yeah. Well, it happens. It happens.
It happens, of course. Nobody's perfect. We have 1-0 in favor for Inquisition and Sky Temple. Lauda, some good rotations coming in. Temple's gonna activate right here, and it looks to be, yeah, it looks to be pretty good. They will leave Brightwing in the bottom lane because she's got global, and the rest of them will be rotating to the mid side. Top lane Falstad should be able to solo the top temple pretty easily. Lauda, again, pointless aggression.
Tyrael also responded to that. They'll get a bit of a heal from the Oriole, but looks like they might start camping on towards these temples rather. And Lauda lurking on the sides, finding the right opportunity, waiting for the rest of the teammates. But looks like the upper shrine temple rather will be on Inquisition. We'll see how they will contest this.
Right, so you see the global effect right here is the fact that Inquisition can soak the bottom lane pretty well unless absolutely necessary. Brightwing's not going to join the fight. Whereas for DKittens, all they are really focused on is just getting their mid temple. And they're losing EXP on the bottom side. That will actually come back and bite them if they don't get a kill somewhere here.
That is true later on if ever they go level 7, or I mean rather 10. But we'll see. DKittens prioritizing this temple as Saber leeches off HP from one of the minions. Level 5 already on Lauda, half HP, but Brightwing will actually join the fight already.
Right,
but,
so,
yeah.
So Brightwing not soaking the bottom lane. DKittens now with a top lane rotation. They are not able to secure that temple. Okay, so looks like the decision making on the part for Inquisition to remove the Brightwing from the bottom lane didn't really work out.
Yes, and looks like Pizza actually pushing the Brightwing away. It's going to be a Tassadar versus Brightwing here at the bottom side of the map. But level 6 are going to be securing Merc camps just to add a little bit more pressure around the map against Inquisition. Just so that in case another temple spawns, they are able to get more control over to that top side of the map, if ever.
Alright, J-Hal will be so proud. We're finally seeing the Echo Corruption.
So you guys can see his face right now.
So proud.
Yes, he
SEA
is.
learns a day at a time. SEA learns. Alright, so Echo Corruption on Gul'dan, of course, reactive parry on Artanis. Pretty usual stuff. Nothing too surprising getting picked up here.
Yes, but it's like it's going to be Falstad defending this top lane against 3 with the camps. Looks like he's just going to back away. Meanwhile, Inquisition responds to this by pushing here as well at the bottom side. It's just going to be a trade, except that Tyrael is actually soaking up XP in the mid side of the map. So I guess that is the difference as Kevin joins him here.
Very nice strategy there by DKittens to pick up the top fort. And they're also going to continue the aggression with the Bruiser camps.
Non-stop pressure from DKittens. Actually, Brightwing might get caught out of position here. And Falstad actually dashes to safety. Reminiscent super low, and they will finish the kill as 4 members are here knocking on the door of Inquisition's base at their second layer, which forces a couple of Inquisition members to protect the top side of the map. Varian actually going up. Meanwhile, the shrine is actually located at the bottom side of the map.
It's just phase grind, man. 100% phase grind. Gul'dan, bottom lane. One man on a mission. Wants to take the fort, but the enemy is already here. Here goes the Lunar Rooster. Saber really, really low. Yeah, just buying time right now. Don't think he's going to go anywhere. Yep.
Yep, bye-bye.
Looks like just getting thrown around like a toy.
Exactly. And they get a little prize for that, Gul'dan, and then the shrine as well. So, at this point, nicely done by DKittens. Really, really different compared to the first game where they're very confident about their decision, they make a decision and they just do it, and not waiting for Inquisition to make the plays anymore.
I don't understand this. They got double global. They had like 4 men in the bottom side. They're pushing it really, really strong. And then it's like they just send Brightwing and Falstad top lane. The other 3 continues bottom side. And they port back. They finally give up Gul'dan. And that looks really, really bad. All right, now Archon in position. Zaze goes in. Kevin dropping very low. Kevin's gone. Post level 10 on DKittens. You should not want to take a fight here. Saber also gone. Already Sanctification just popped for shoes. Lauda with the parry. Polymorph onto the Vala. Reminiscence will be okay. Wow. At least they managed to get out alive.
Yes, and Falstad actually at the top side.
Do you think he knows he's there? No.
Oh, okay. I thought he was gonna get cancelled. All right, so Falstad was super far away. Although there was no chance to actually recover from that because they already gotten a pick onto Brightwing. I mean, onto their other members. I think Gul'dan was the first one to fall. And Mighty Gauss actually being used. There's the stun as well. Taunt, everything being poured onto that Oriel just to secure the kill.
It's like just as if the camera just panned that way. You see a flying Oriole. And just like, it's time to eat, boys.
Yeah, thank you for the meal. So anyway, we're gonna be opting for this fight right here. Let's see if DKittens will try to contest this, as they are lacking a healer. Actually, there's a polymorph, and Kevin
nice.
very low.
Nice, Emerald win. So first match does come down, but there's no healer on the side of DKittens for this fight. They cannot afford to take it. The boss will go to Inquisition. A little bit of a saving grace here. 1 level down for the blue team.
Wow, that's actually the pick onto Oriel added so much pressure. They gave so much room. Actually, that gives Inquisition get a good foothold again onto their map control. So that buys a little more time against DKittens as they, shove this mid lane.
Yeah, well, we know that Inquisition is drafting a lot of globals, but the way they're using it is not really correct.
Yeah. I guess they keep still running around. And we'll see though, they're rotating here at the top side, maybe wanting that Merc camp, maybe a surprise stun here onto the Oriel, but guess there's not gonna be any follow-up whatsoever.
Whoa!
Oh my god,
So
nice
close.
sidestep.
Even then, Mur has got the Aldrin Smite should keep us still alive from that. Alright, Crusade now on the top lane. We'll be able to pick up this 4 pretty easily. Yep, there we go. And DKittens trying to apply some form of pressure. They have a mercenary camp pushing the bottom lane. Fiery, a little bit of trouble there. Kevin going to suppression pulse already being used. And Ragnar's dropping a lot of HP, but there goes. We will see the Sanctification coming in. And also the Emerald Zaze gets deleted. Horrify connects on 2. Here comes Pizza Xiao, and he's going to be coming in the form of Archon. Saber already dropping very, very low. Fiery still alive somehow. The stun going to connect. Tongue comes in, but the Crystal Agent skips him safe. Lauda dropping very low as well. And he goes down. Varian gets deleted. Kevin trying to pull back out, and he will not be successful. 3 against 1. What a turnaround from DKittens.
Wow, that was actually a really good Horrify from Gul'dan, except for the fact there wasn't much follow-up as everybody else from the side of DKittens were collapsing onto the squishy targets of Inquisition. And Brightwing didn't have mana anymore, so really not much to offer onto that fight. And they got primarily out-sustained, and again, Temple is in their control, 13-14.
They should have pulled back just now. That's just they dived on Vala, which is really good, but going on for more kills just isn't possible because they have got, like, remember, there's like 2.5 support on the side of DKittens, and I'm counting because there's Oriel, there's Teslar, which is 2, and you also have got Tyrael with Sanctification. It's not going to be easy to really take down this team full of invulnerability, shields, whatever you name it, they got it.
True, they keep prolonging the fight, and that is the problem from Inquisition. Despite dropping all those heroics, it's still not enough on their side as a well-timed Sanctification and the Aegis as well on the side of DKittens. And Falstad actually flying there so that to get that control on the shrine with Brightwing. It's like a what do you call this? But DKittens will trade that for more map pressure on the top side of the map. Really good sieging at the moment.
Okay, so top lane aggression coming in. 2 counts of the Bruiser camp. Saber landing the corruption a little bit. Not able to get much value from that. Look at the kills from Kazato. Very, very effective. Kevin with the swap, but it does not connect.
so many shields for days here at Deadly Kittens. That's why, look at that, there's the Sun onto Kevin. A lot of members are pretty low. There's the Corruption, everybody's blinded, plus a 4-5 plus Mighty Gus. Lotta super tanking out to the front line. My god, Reminiscence gonna be trapped, and there comes the Stasis. I don't think that will save you, and there's the Rain of Vengeance. Will finish off the kill with all the CCs in the world. Deadly Kittens still pretty healthy at this point to keep pushing through the base of Inquisition.
Very, very well played by Daily Kittens. They managed to keep the Ragnaros alive, although he was completely isolated. Nice Crystal Aegis coming from Kazato. Finally seeing good plays from Daily Kittens in this one. Now Inquisition, they're one game up.
Yeah, they definitely are doing better compared to the previous games that we have witnessed. They're going to be securing more pressure, more camps. They have that clear. They have all the damage in the world, plus sustain with, as long as Oriel gets so much damage. Material with the Sanctification as well, and shields from Tassadar. At this point, 15 to 17. Deadly Kittens. Amazing.
Yeah, they look very comfortable in this game here. Inquisition definitely, they can afford to lose this game, it's fine, but they have to think what went wrong. And it could just be the engagement mechanic, the way they use the global. And here we have Artanis already very comfortably sitting in position there, looking to secure the temple in the mid lane. Gul'dan, bottom lane, not looking good. He walks in, the first smash will connect, and boom, baby, that's a kill.
Nicely done by the Ragnaros on the side of Deadly Kittens, but Mir nicely done swap as well. Will trap Mir with a couple of members. Mighty Gus actually being used. Just shove them away. But you know what? Here comes one member. They're minus one member actually. Falstad very separated from the rest of the members, and they will collapse slowly onto this Artanis. He'll be the next one to fall. So they zone the rest of the members. 2 members down from Inquisition, and they control a temple.
It's like half the team wants to fight, the other half doesn't.
Yeah.
It's the kind of feeling you get after gym, where you really want to climb the stairs, but your legs just don't let you.
Yeah, yeah, it seems that way. And Gul'dan earlier was very, what do you call this, very open, so advanced, and Deadly Kittens just taking everything away from Inquisition, knowing that one misposition from one of the team members just instantly, you know what, let's get that, let's go there, let's get this, and it's working.
Yeah, this is gonna be game, I think. Nope. Wait, they still have got a temple in the mid side. No, it's still okay, I thought it's gonna be game because if the temple did finish the charges and the bottom keep, then the boss will threaten the core.
True.
But we'll see how Inquisition deals with this. They are 3 level down, by the way.
Yeah, it's gonna be really difficult, as with this lead that they have at this point. It might have it's just really troublesome for them to finish off one target. And all the cooldowns of their skills are going to be expired after wait. There's the Polymorph onto the Tyrael for no engage whatsoever. There's the Phase Prism onto 2 people. There's a Taunt. There's the Horrify. Mighty Gus being used as well. Tyrael actually dashes back in. Stasis Aegis actually being used. And the Sanctification, nicely done. Oh my god. Deadly Kittens just timing everything so perfectly and cleaning up the rest of the members of Inquisition as well. Look at that boss knocking into the base of of Inquisition already. And look at that. It's game. GG.
Yep. Very well done here by Daily Kittens. They secured himself this second game, and it is going to look like it tie up the series 1-1. We're going to game number 3.
Really exciting. I kind of wonder if we're going to see Abraxas.
Maybe. The curse is real.
The first in SEA. Yeah, the curse is real.
Okay. So what happened that game was just really, I feel that the Brightwing solo healer kind of forced Inquisition to dive a lot more, which they did. However, there's just a lot of AoE, we could say anti-engagement skills coming out from Daily Kittens, such as Sanctification.
True.
You also have got Crystal Aegis. Whoever variant charges, the Crystal Aegis is going to be there. The problem was in the last fight, the Emerald Wind just didn't do anything, and it procced a little bit too late. They had Gus. They gusted correctly. They should have used the Emerald Wind to split the fight even more, but it wasn't used that way, and Sanctification just negated it completely, which was really well done on the side of Mur, and just a great game being played by Daily Kitten. They dominated. I don't understand what's going on, primarily because they had 2 globals on that side. Sky Temple is kind of like, a global-centric kind of map, but it proves again SCA is all just phase grind.
Exactly. So maybe they didn't. It's like, Deadly Kittens wasn't phased at all. Like, you guys have 2 globals, no sweat. Maybe because you're right. I mean, you're right. They didn't utilize it properly. More like it was Inquisition giving onto the pressure of what Deadly Kittens has been pouring onto the table, instead of like being everywhere and just catching them off guard. It wasn't really apparent and wasn't really executed well. So we're moving on to Cursed Hollow later on. So we'll see how that actually changes their strats. If they're still going to be opting for the global, are they going to deny it instead? Are they going to be playing a different comp? The one that we saw during the first game, perhaps? But we'll see. Let's head on to the drafting phase.
Yeah, Cursed Hollow, global, very, very important here. Very important, but you're going to have to learn how to use it.
Yes.
It's like, even if I give you a rifle in your hand, assuming I do give you a rifle in your hand, you got to learn how to fire it, right?
Yeah, it's going to be useless if I don't know how to even set it up or something. Anyway,
So
first
bad. All right, Malfurion getting first ban opens up a lot of options. Zarya, namely. Ragnarok is going to be good here as well. But Cursed Hollow, personally, I love to see Diablo here because there's a lot of nooks and crannies. And lots of walls for stuns, and you really, I just like to see that. Apocalypse also very, very useful here. But we're gonna see Dahaka getting picked up first by Inquisition.
Interesting. Actually, now that you bring up the walls and all of those really congested areas, maybe an Oriel pick again from Deadly Kitten, since that's gonna be working well with the Detainment Strike for the picks if ever. And they would really want pokes so that they can cancel all the channels once they try to attempt to take the tributes.
I think this is the first time we are seeing Tassadar getting first ban by Deadly Kittens, and that's for good reason. They got Tassadar the last game, they won with it, and now they're just removing it completely. ETC Tychus, definitely good heroes getting picked up here. Very, very standard opener, nothing too specific. Tychus almost confirms that they are ready for a duo warrior. Dahaka by himself shouldn't be able to hold on much, but I would expect adaptation instead of isolation most of the time. So
yes,
Inquisition should still be okay. Would definitely want to see Ragnaros that we have.
Oh wow!
Brightwing.
They really love their Brightwing.
Going deep into Brightwing.
Yeah, and meanwhile ETC ETC with either stage dive or mosh pit. That really depends. What would you recommend normally during Cursed Hollow? Stage dive, perhaps?
I think stage dive works really well here because first of all, big map. Second of all, you got Brightwing that will really easily cancel out your mosh pit.
True, with the polymorph.
Yeah, so it's not gonna be easy for mosh pit to connect. Of course, if it does, it's gonna be so good. Mosh on top of boss summoning point would also be nice to have, but really it doesn't do much.
Yeah.
Falstad should actually be contested here, but I'm just amazed that it's not getting picked up. And Varian.
Yeah, Varian.
Banned.
Wow, right. We're not gonna be seeing a Varian compared to like from the first 2 series we've seen so far, where it's almost being picked. But you're right, Falstad actually could be picked up by one of these teams, as again, just as you mentioned, globals is definitely important. Mighty Gust as well to buy some time once you're channeling the tribute, but looks like they're going to be opting to banning the Vala instead.
Yeah, they want Zace to play something else. He's been playing Vala like for the last 4 games, so
yeah.
Possibly Li Meng for Zace. I don't know how that. I don't think he really plays Gul'dan. But we'll see. We'll see.
Yeah, right. Actually, on the side of Inquisition, they might get Li Meng.
Yeah, he tried. No, I mean for Deadly Kittens.
Deadly Kittens.
For Zace, he played Gul'dan in the series just now, and he was face checking Bush, which is something you don't want to do whatever you play as. But the key point was, I don't think he is as mastered on Gul'dan as compared to Li Meng. We've seen him play Li Meng a couple of times last season, and he looks really confident on it. So I want to see that.
That is true. It is indeed open, and you would need the poke to cancel out all the channels if they do attempt to get the tribute. But you know what? They are still lacking the healer. No. Sonya and Karazim instead. Wow.
Oh, fair. We're seeing Deadly Kittens prioritize Karazim a lot over Rhaegar. which seems to be a pretty okay pick. But so far, the win rate on Karazim's kind of like 55 to 65-ish%. Rhaegar is a lot higher compared to that.
True. And and it's really up to them if they're able to execute it, as that's going to be 3 melee so far, Tychus being the only ranged on their side. So it's, we'll see if they're going to be locking in a Li Ming. But it's going to be a Muradin instead, and Sylvanas.
Please, no Haymaker, please.
Oh no. Well,
No,
maybe it's
no
Avatar
more.
this time, guys. Maybe it's
No
Avatar
more.
this time.
Not on the games I'm casting, please. No Haymaker. No Haymaker.
Well, I like the Sylvanas because you can easily snowball if you get that curse on
Yeah.
your side. The
Yeah.
siege, the Sylvanas really a monster when it comes to sieging and clearing out the waves as well, adding more pressure for them to actually defend instead. But last pick for Deadly Kittens, though, what are they lacking?
Would love to see, I would think, another range damage dealer. Just to
True.
be safe. They don't really have a mage. Then
There
we have
we go.
Li Ming. Alright, so Li Ming, Tychus, Sonya, very consistent bunch of damage dealer. A little bit greedy though. But they're up against a solo Brightwing healer, which by all definition is not good.
Yes.
I mean, it's good if you know how to play Brightwing. If it's Soy, yeah, but this is his Asian brother.
It's really going to be difficult, especially how bursty Li Ming and Tychus is going to be during the later levels into the match. So it might be hard to deal with. Might be difficult for Brightwing to keep up with the heal. So we'll see how this pans out. I mean, Dehaka with the other heroic, aside from the isolation,
Adaptation.
rather, will just save him and give Brightwing more room to give that sustain to the other members on the side of Inquisition. But yeah, we'll see how this pans out.
I think if they rotate the skills correctly, I can imagine having a Sulfurous Smash after a Tongue, as in a Drag, or even a Stormbolt. I think that would be pretty good synergy to pull off from 7 Inquisition. Whereas for Deadly Kittens, on the other hand, they've got some really good team fight mechanic. So looking forward to this one.
Yeah, same here. Imagine this is gonna be the third game for tonight. 1-1 on the scoreboard. Deadly Kittens versus Inquisition.
Alright, and on the blue team, we got ourselves Inquisition. Kevin will be Arachnoros. Lauda on the Muradin Saber will be playing as the Dehaka Reminiscence. Onto the Brightwing Las Benalis Crusade will be playing the Sylvanas.
There we go. And for Deadly Kittens, we got Li Ming on Zays, Mer on to this ETC, Pizza on the Tychus, Kazarta on the Kazarim, and meanwhile, we've got the Sonya that is Mer.
Alright, so looking pretty good. Zays here should be the Li Ming. Very interesting split strategy from Deadly Kittens. Normally they will go to the bottom side, but alright, they're going to the top lane. Or for all 4 members there already. Inquisition not going to push, although they have Sylvanas. That's interesting to know. They would have easily picked up a tower or 2 in the bottom lane. We're not going to see that.
Not sure, maybe they want to make a fast pick here. But looks like they were probably finding something. Maybe a quick drag onto someone, burst that person down. But the time has passed. They're going to be rotating onto their own lanes now.
Alright, Dehaka will go to the bottom lane. A very early Brush Stalker going down there. And so far, looks like the laning... It's almost guaranteed that Sonya is going to win his bottom lane. But Dehaka should be able to push a little bit faster. We'll see.
Look at that. There's the polymorph onto Mer. Pizza dealing a lot of damage onto Kevin. He'll safely get back to his wall and tap on that well for more sustain. Almost a pick there.
Alright, and so far no kills just yet. In terms of talent, looks to be very normal. Iron Fist, Karazim, nothing to see there. And Astral Power as well. So far so good. Nothing too special.
Yes, and Dehaka will sit nicely. Looks like Mer and everybody else is trying to find that right opportunity to make a pick, get more pressure onto this top side of the map, as it is a 3-man push with the Sylvanas, with Tychus being all alone on the side of Deadly Kittens. But for now, this is going to be really stable for Saber and Fiery at the bottom side of the map. But I guess, is that an early camp?
Yeah, a little bit too early. It spawns at 2 minutes, I think. Yep, there we have it. Sylvanas, this was Ragnar's going to be knocking on the top left. We got ETC leaving on the bottom right. And in terms of the laning, I think the pairs looks pretty okay. You shouldn't really be expecting much of anything. Of course, Browning is not going to win the lane against Tychus, but so far just there for Soaks. Here is where things starts to heat up. The first tribute.
Yes, sirree. And it actually spawns at the top side of the map, forcing Deadly Kittens to leave that. Sonya still at the bottom side of the map. Dehaka can immediately go there if he wants to. We'll see. There's a channel by Mer starting. Brightwing will interrupt that with his Q.
Right click to sing.
Uh-oh.
Okay, that's 2 skills already used up. Polymorph gone. Okay, so Kevin's here already, and 4 versus 4. Sonya not looking like she's gonna leave the lane. Dehaka also gonna stay at the bottom lane, just don't want to lose out there in terms of EXP. Reminiscence gonna channel this one up. Looks like he's gonna get it. Alright, and the first tribute goes to Inquisition.
Yeah, they might. Deadly Kittens might just really want that to be given away to Inquisition, as Sonya is at the bottom side of the map, still keeping pressure onto Saber, not allowing him to make any funny movements. But that's one, you know, foot forward for Inquisition as they get that first tribute of the game. Level still not as level gap not apparent at all. Still both level 6 and still pretty standard at this point.
I like how Fiery capitalized on the siege golems in bottom lane. If Dehaka left the lane, it would have been easy towers there for Daily Kitten, so Saber's kind of forced to stay there as well. But losing a tribute for a little bit of damage on the bottom side, it's pretty okay. But generally, as the red team, you want to push the top lane, because that's the lane where your boss is kind of, I call it your boss, but that's the boss that's, you know, a little bit easier to reach for the red team. It's going to move down the top lane. That's why it's a lot easier if they get the top side. But second tribute for Inquisition. Daily Kitten's just not gonna react here. They're going for early boss call.
We'll see though if Inquisition spots this out. They're pretty healthy at this point. Looks like they're gonna be soaking instead and gonna be pushing through that mid side as they do have Sylvanas. That's just gonna be really, really quick. But more pressure on the top side of the map, on Brightwing side. We'll see.
Mur and Lauda is riding side by side. Like real brothers. Okay, so the boss is gonna push the top lane. Now the strategy here for Daily Kittens is that they can easily contest the next tribute because the boss is not gonna go down so quickly, and you force Inquisition to deal with the boss, although it's kind of picked up a bit too early. And depending on how many people rotate to the top lane, it could actually be fairly easy to deal with. So it was picked up just way too early right now.
Yeah, and there comes the tribute.
Top tribute. Okay.
Just in time. Actually, favoring Deadly Kittens, they're going to be first waiting under that brush with Lauda poking, finding someone, managed to find ETC. Look at Muradin, very, very brave as the rest of the members from Inquisition try to collapse. They're going to be doing a circling medon. Lauda actually hops in, distracting everybody else, polymorphing the ETC, Mur in the middle of it all, but the first one to fall is actually going to be Muradin. Took a lot of time, and there's going to be the stasis for the Dehaka with Crusade running away. Kevin all alone right here. One of my teammates are going to be running away. 2 members down. That'll be the first tribute for Deadly Kittens.
I think they kind of overextended a little bit too much. They're all just kind of recovering from the boss defense in the top lane. Having to go into that tight corner like that is just not good. Lauda jumping in. He does not have Avatar.
Yes.
Not yet, at least, and I hope it's Avatar. but the key thing here is that he's only level 9. Playing so aggressively was just counterproductive. Now, this opens up the bottom boss. And Daily Kittens is already level 10. If they want to go for this right now, it would be a bit aggressive, but I feel it's still okay. Lauda, in the meantime, with a stun of Mur, and he's going to be alright. So, it's going to be stage dive, by the way. No mosh pit.
Alright, no mosh pit. Really aiming for that global presence. But 2 versus 2 here actually bumps into Sonya. Fiery will lunge into that minion. But level 10 for both of these sides. And looks like it's Avatar.
Alright, so, I mean, I'm just Whew. Sigh of relief, man. Sigh of relief.
Sweats.
Sweats. Avatar. Decent Meridian. Thank you. Thank you. All right.
Thank you, man. So, anyway.
Mur in a lot of trouble. Lauda misses the stun. Saber looking for the drag. He gets it. Picks up the kill. ETC already gone. Looks like this is going to be curse point here. Lauda. Oh, he meds it up. Lends a stun on the Karazim. Still pushing ahead. And then we have the red team getting cursed. Right now, you want to be pushing lane. There's a lot of value in the top lane because those Siege Giants are automatically pushing. And the fort will definitely go down unless Tychus is in time. The rest of the team now splitting 4-man bottom lane push. Maybe Saber want to brush stalk to the top lane. I don't know how that's going to work. No, not needed. Not needed.
Looks like they're going to be staying here at the top bot lane, rather. And going to be taking a lot. 30 seconds still on the clock. Sylvanas going to have the time of her life, destroying all of these structures, creating more map pressure, maybe securing...
I think boss now would be good. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how that's going to work. They still have got stage dive, but maybe a bit greedy. Yep. And, well, DKittens knows it, but Tychus is a little bit far.
Uh-oh. Are they going to push through this? There comes the stage dive. Actually, there's a stun, and Kevin really low, but looks like their aim is to kill Mur. Fiery actually joins in the fight, gets the stun onto Dehaka, actually gets that burrow in for the stasis. They will decide not to pursue this boss. Are they hesitating, though? Are they hesitating? Polymorph being used actually scares them away to get the boss, at least.
Very well played by DKittens. It was, I think they were trying to collapse on Ragnaros, but that didn't work out. So first mesh, the sender did not connect. Should have connected, but he played it a little bit too conservatively, and that just didn't do enough damage against the ETC. Surprising to see that Karazim with the 7-sided strike instead of Divine Palm and still not able to land a kill. Crusade coming in. They want to pick up this kill. Pizza Cell will go down. Mur swings by and he gets stunned instantaneously. Gets taken out as well. 2 men down on set. DKittens and Sylvanas free reigns over the mid fort.
Oh no, stage dive into death, and DKittens right now have to suffer from that play. Inquisition right now with a Sylvanas pick, whenever they manage to get a pick or two, will slowly get more map control onto their side. There is Molten Core.
A little bit uncalled for, but well, you've got Sylvanas, so it's still pretty okay. Some form of damage coming out, and still good push. Normally, you will want to see Molten Core being used a little bit later when the red team's like reacting to it. Then this is where Molten Core, if they do chase.
True.
But no, they decide to use it aggressively, which is still kind of okay. Now, in terms of the tribute count, it's 0 versus 1. DKittens has got that 1 extra edge up, but they lost all 3 forts, and they should actually be looking for a fight right now on even talent here. Try and pick someone off, get your own boss, and get to nick tribute. I think should be all right.
Yes, but Inquisition, really good map control at the moment. Not giving too much for DKittens room to breathe, but at least they get a little bit as they secure that Merc camp to push through the bottom side of the map. Zace with a poke onto Saber. Looks like they are going to be securing their own at the top as well. There's Zace with a poke, and everybody else from Inquisition collapsing onto this mid side, finding that pick.
Oh, the stun. And the drag goes down. So first smash doesn't connect. Completely off now. Ragnaros will go down. Here comes the Dragon Laser Drill. Also going to see the Borrow coming in. Wave for Force doing a little bit of damage there, but not going to be enough. Zay still giving chase. Very, very low. Fiery. All angry and all. Will be alright. So 1-for-1 exchange, but you could see the anti-synergy there. Man, the drag coming in. The Sulfurous Smash behind. Completely whiffing.
Yeah, I mean, that was a nice stage dive and power slide as well, just so that Ragnaros isn't able to get that space. Mirrodin, Loda actually distracting from the channel there, and Mir actually hiding, finds Reminiscence. Hello, I see you. And that is actually just a trap and a lure. Looks like they're going to be losing the healer upon taking this side, this tribute rather, and DKittens wins that. Wow, sneaky.
Very, very sneaky. Just being too greedy on the Brightwing there. Should have just thrown the Arcane Flare into the bush. At least that's gonna, you know, help spot a little bit. Lauda was actually getting that extra buff, movement speed buff, to try and right-click the Sonya. He actually walked in trying to right-click the guy. Man, they gotta give that guy courage points, man.
Yep, and look at that.
Whoa!
Speaking of courage, oh my god, this Sulfury Smash super duper painful as Mir stage dives into the back line. There's that stun. Karazim is gonna fall down. One for two actually on this trade so far. Kevin very low with the shield earlier. Nicely done Polymorph just to save Kevin in time, plus the heal. Sylvanas all alone. Sonya getting a bunch of heals, but nicely done. Crusade with the dodge onto those spinning swords.
Fantastic.
Yeah. Well played.
Fantastic. That stun, a mini-second reaction coming in from Kevin. The Sulfurous Smash just landing directly on top. That thing is heavier than Thor's hammer.
Yeah, and with that, because of that, they're going to be getting the boss and more map control, more room for themselves. Despite Deadly Kittens having two of their tributes, they're quite far off. They're quite far off. I'm pretty sure they can still rush over there, but in terms of mana, I'm quite worried for Loda.
Yeah, this could be curse. This could be curse. I don't think they're gonna make it.
Unless they try something. I don't know, man. I don't know.
Nah, they're not gonna make it. This is gonna be cursed. It would be lucky for them to pick up a kill right here, but there we have it.
Yeah, that's true. So anyway, they tried to make it, but the boss is actually pushing, so that gives more room. Mer actually just staying in that brush. Too risky, man.
Ooh. Oh, the stun, the drag, nothing connects. Looking for a second boss here. Sonya, bottom lane, solo, defend against the boss. The curse is working against the blue team, by the way, in case you're wondering. They're not doing this wrong or anything, just that Mer in position. Sonya leaves the boss unchecked right now. Coming to join the fight on the top right side, and it looks like Saber picks up the boss for the blue team. The Encore are going to be a secondary pusher. Dragon Laser Drill goes down. Very easy boss here for Inquisition.
Yes, sir. Here comes the stage dive. There's the power slide as well, but he will be stunned instead. And Fiery actually enters the fight and cleans up Muradin. Here comes the spinning Sonya. Kevin really low. No one to peel for him. He has to just run away. And everybody else from Inquisition falls down. 3 members down. 1 only from Deadly Kittens. They can push this.
That fight was a mess. Very tight choke. Great capitalization on Li Ming's skills there. The resets were going off. You could hear the sound in the background, all those dings there. Top lane though, boss now getting a little bit extra leverage here for the blue team. Will be able to take down the gate and the tower, but should not be able to take down this keep. You gotta be careful. No, I don't think it's possible. Yeah, but very low keep. Very, very low keep.
Yeah, very low. And look at that. Deadly Kittens not thinking twice, taking everything away from Inquisition by the time they spawn. So they're going to be losing a couple of towers here at the top side of the map because of the siege camps, these mer camps rather. So again, taking everything as long as they have that map control.
Yeah, right now 19 yet to be reached by both sides. Very close game. We see a little bit of structural damage on the red side for Deadly Kittens. Top fort, or rather keeps at about 40% HP. Bottom one's about 80% thereabouts. No boss to be contested, so it's going to be tribute time.
Tribute time indeed, and we'll see though, as they waited out. It's kind of difficult earlier to see that. Again, it was a bit messy. Li Ming, no one is bothering Li Ming at all with those free pokes and free hits, and everybody else just collapsed from those choke points. But then it's 0-0 at the tribute count, so not much pressure, but definitely the clock is ticking.
Yep. And it looks like a, wow, nice hunting wave. Very close there. Nearly getting caught out. So close. So great. Fiery. Wow, the stun.
Okay, almost.
Again, so close. So great. Great sidestep. It's like he calculated it. He knew he was going to go in that direction. He just walked away.
Yeah, he had the feeling someone was there, and bam. But meanwhile, Deadly Kittens has the upper hand in terms of map control, map pressure rather. So Inquisition forced to defend this as mid and top are slowly being pushed. Loda actually trying to find a pick. Nice reactions coming from both sides.
Lauda's signature dwarf toss into Stormbolt, but the accuracy is a question.
Yes. But will you look at that? Tribute is going to be spawning more or less in 10 seconds. Sylvanas, and Sylvanas actually going to be forced to run back down to join his teammates. This is it. This is it. This is the fight that we've been waiting for. It's going to be... Oh, wait. No. Deadly Kittens actually opting to give this away.
They're not going to fight. This tribute's not important. It's like the first of 3.
True.
And at this late in the game, tributes, they don't really do much. It's like you need to win 3 fights. Or rather, get 3 tributes before it means anything. Kevin in a lot of trouble. Stage time from behind. Reminiscence will be able to just land the Emerald win. Tychus goes down. Fiery now, trying to pull back out. But a little bit too deep and no sustain coming in. Kozato having to pull back. He pops the Ardent Shield. Will be able to pull back out. Lauda jumping a little bit too far out. Lets a stun. Crusade swings by. Stays high. Saber trying to land the drag onto Leeming, but 3 men down on the side of Daily Kittens, and this is exactly what you don't want to see. Ragnaros, though, getting roasted.
And he's made out of molten stuff. But anyway, there's going to be the second tribute, but Inquisition will take advantage of the really long death timers on the side of Deadly Kittens as they push through this. They still have Sylvanas, and Mur gets Polymorph. Reminiscence being zoned away. A lot of really low. They just want this keep destroyed to gain that advantage, and racing out they will. No one's still on the tribute.
So close. Saber nearly dying there.
Whew.
Magic missiles from Zace. Stun from Lauda. Merc still somehow giving chase here.
Okay.
Mounts up. Ooh, nice dismount there. Crusade's going to pick up the second tribute, and this is where it gets really intensive. Now, Daily Kitten's bottom lane is completely exposed now. If they go for the boss, they can go for the game, but of course they don't have Sonya, and Sonya is no global hero, so it's going to take her about 20 seconds to reach the boss pit. However, Inquisition decides to not go for it.
Yeah, playing safe. I mean, it is a really, really close game. 21 to 20, 18-minute game, 19 minutes actually, but they are going to be securing all the camps that they can take so far. But Deadly Kittens trying to get this boss before Inquisition does, knowing the fact that the Merc camps has been spotted at the top side of the map. There's the tribute. There we go. Third one.
All right. So this is a very key tribute for Inquisition, but not so important for Daily Kitten. So I don't think Daily Kitten is going to go for it. I think the key question here is how are they going to stop the boss attempt, because the boss is definitely going to be game here. Lauda gets picked off. Great combo coming from Daily Kittens. Of course, they note the Hakas at the top lane. Therefore, they could take that fight there. And right now, again, Inquisition, they lost the space.
Yeah, nicely done. Actually, that was they got picked off, so that leaves Deadly Kittens more room to actually move around the map, take that tribute, delaying that third tribute spike from Inquisition to actually make that push. So, wow.
I hate the way the team moved. I think it just was a little bit sloppy. But here, Daily Kittens going for their own boss. It's actually a little bit of a greedy play, but they know that there is no Murden to deal with, so they can rather be assured that the bottom boss is not going to get attempted.
True, creating more pressure at the top side to force Inquisition to try and defend and eliminate that boss. Although, yes, in a couple of seconds, Murden is going to be back there, but Deadly Kittens definitely aiming and spotting this boss right here to make sure Inquisition does not get this control over the bot side of the map. As just you said earlier, it is open.
All right, so this is huge, man. They get this boss, they possibly extend this game for a lot longer, and the next tribute is again gonna be coming up right about now. There we have it.
Oh my. So after clearing that up on the top side of the map, they're going to be forced again to the bottom side. But the tribute is going to be spawning in favor of Inquisition. But in terms of positioning, ETC already there. Looks like they're just going to be defending and giving that second tribute away instead.
Oh man, Inquisition had so much ground just minutes ago, but here they are just struggling. And completely level playing field once again for both of these teams. 2-2 on the tribute count, and both bosses completely out. So they're just forcing it into a big 5v5 wombo combo fight. SEA, face grind.
I know. know. I seriously have no idea who's gonna win because earlier it seemed like Inquisition had really good rotations and Deadly Kittens didn't know what to do based on game 1, but now it's like everything is all even at this point, and they just give off so many exchanges of pressure. But Lauda would want to contest this. Actually, there's the cleanse. Lauda, there's a stage dive from behind. Everybody from the Blacklight Crusade really in trouble. Fiery as well. And everybody, Zay's actually in the best time of his life, being blocked by the mercenary camps. But look at that. He dies from that. 2 members fall from Deadly Kittens. There's the polymorph from the Brightwing. Fiery just spinning for sustain at this point. And look at that. They're just trying to run away. And there's the drag. There's the stun. 3 members down. Inquisition is back, boys.
You saw the... I think they actually won the game. But you saw the Karazim with the Radiant Dash after the poison from Sylvanas was applied to him. And he kind of spread it to the rest of the team.
Yeah.
Guys, here's some love. You know? Really well played by Inquisition in that fight there. Here we have possibly ending the game from the bottom lane. I don't think that Sonya and Li Ming is going to be enough to stop this aggression.
Yeah, the funny thing was in that fight, Li Ming, despite wanting to poke, was blocked by all those mercenaries. So wasn't able to deal the right damage from earlier, but still they won the fight. And again, congratulations, they take... Oh wait, hold on, thought they're still defending this? Oh wait, no.
Yep,
Yep.
Still close. Crusade already gone. Kevin comes back as Ragnaros, but should be game here as game number 3 goes to Inquisition. 2-1, that's the score on the board. And, well, this was a close series. It's kind of like a Game of Thrones again, if you will. Inquisition had a lot of lead somewhere along the mid game.
Yeah.
And they were leading really well into the post level 20. They got 2 tributes up, and they just decided to do a really weird rotation, losing Ragnaros, losing 2 tributes, losing both bosses.
Yeah.
And wins a team fight, and you wonder, what is this?
Yeah, and at some point, I think they were a bit too greedy, like finding a pick where Muradin was caught out of position, and then Deadly Kittens managed to get the rest of the objectives off the map, knowing that they don't have any, they're lacking 1 player. And so, but still, props to Inquisition for gaining back their lead and finishing the game.
Very, very well done on the Emerald win from Brightwing as well. So Inquisition did a great job that game. We're now 2-1. One more game. If Deadly Kitten wins this one, we're going to Braxis Holdout. Next map is actually going to be Towers of Doom.
Towers of Doom. So it's more like, securing those bell towers for more damage onto the core. But I wonder if they're going to be changing their strats, because definitely we're not going to be... You know what? Now that I see it, I wonder if we're going to see a Tyrande at some point.
I hope not.
I hope not.
Kevin loves Tyrande.
It's not a popular pick at C.
No, I know.
No, it's not.
It's just bad. Yeah. J-House suggested solo Tyrande, and I was like, no, come on.
Yeah.
Would you prefer a solo warrior or a solo
Tyrande? But
that question, man.
I don't know the answer to that.
Question. All right, so Tales of Doom, here we go. Very, very interesting map. Of course, would like to see some globals. Falstad particularly does well here. The Haka's pretty okay as well. One interesting pick that I think the rest of the world runs is that Stitches Medivh kind of hero, but we don't really see that in SEA. The only team that runs Medivh would be Resurgence. Yeah, so far in this tournament.
Yeah.
And they are also the only one team that runs Stitches. So
wow.
So I don't know how or when they're going to pull that out, if they pull that out.
Yeah. Medivh requires a lot of team synergy and communication, and we didn't even see Medivh because it was banned. They were really respecting that against Resurgence. So
feel good moment right there.
Nice one.
All right. So I mean, this is going to be exciting battleground. The last time we saw Deadly Kittens on this one, they picked up Gul'dan, they picked up Thrall. Didn't work out.
It didn't work out so well for them. So we'll see how it pans out, though. I mean, based on the previous games that we've witnessed from the first series, for the second match, they seem to be doing a lot better. Except that they keep getting, what do you call this? They keep getting picked. I mean, I think it's a micro perspective where even though they were even on levels, that fight right there that made it count, that made the nail on the coffin for themselves at that boss fight
Yeah.
where everybody else just fell apart and the DPSers weren't given much space for damage. So I guess that's something that they could repair. But I mean, their rotations from the earlier series were better compared to before. They are actually keeping up. So yeah, maybe this time around we might see Praxis finally at SEA.
So you want the DKittens to win here.
I'm curious how Praxis is gonna play out, but we'll see with Inquisition.
If we go to Praxis, it's almost like an 80% win for DKittens. It's almost like an 80% win.
May I ask why is that?
We'll see when
We'll
we get
see.
there. If we get there, I'll let you know. But if
Yeah.
we don't get there, I'll let you know as well.
Yeah,
But
alright.
here it looks like it's gonna be close. Of course, we saw Kevin's Artenis a little bit lackluster today. We also saw like a lot of Brightwing from Reminiscence, and it worked out well. The last fight, made it worth it. Lauda's Muradin as well, and here we go. Towers of
Yes.
Doom. I wonder
Whew,
what
okay.
surprise is gonna be there.
I'm not sure, because you know what? Maybe Inquisition might be able to close this, and we might not be able to see Praxis. But then again, anything can happen. The matches have been really close. You brought up another Malfurion ban. I think that's going to be a bit staple in this series so far, as they really are comfortable with this. What do you call this? Brightwing. And all these globals.
Tassadar ban,
Yeah.
man,
No
we're leveling up. I'm proud of SEA.
Yeah, no Tassadar at this point. But we'll see what the red team is going to be picking. I mean, Varian is open. Falstad is open.
Dahaka should be a
you're
pretty
right.
good pick here. If not, Inquisition's probably going to go for it. Falstad is the other alternative, but so far you don't really see teams prioritize the Falstad. The only team that went Falstad, I think, was Resurgence, and one game with Zace playing Falstad against Meowpox. But
True.
apart from that, none of these other teams have picked Falstad so far. It's going to be Dahaka.
Dahaka,
Yep,
yeah.
very nice. Very
Yep.
nice. I like this.
Yeah, same here. Really, really important. But how would they respond, though? Are they going to be taking Brightwing again on their side, though? Varian Brightwing. Okay, no, it's going to be Ragnar's Brightwing instead, wanting that really explosive damage from the back, front line, rather.
Yeah, you could see that Inquisition is one of the few teams that really prioritizes Ragnaros. Even in the game just now with Meowpox and DKittens, you don't see Ragnaros getting picked up until the second picking phase, which kind of tilts J-How a little bit. But Ragnaros here getting picked up very early by Inquisition. They still want that Brightwing, but that opens up Varian for DKittens, which is really good. It also means that Tychus could be banned by DKittens because Inquisition did not lock that in, and they are second pick. So
That is true.
pretty good position for DKittens to be in here.
Yeah, a lot is on the line on this game, as it might close here at our Towers of Doom, and they'll be picking up Li Ming and
No.
Varian for
Alright.
themselves.
Okay, I can respect that. They want to secure that Li Ming for Zace. I wonder if it's a hero pool problem, but Zace is known to play Vala, Li Ming very well.
True.
He also plays some other assassin like Illidan, but we haven't seen his Illidan the entire day. And tournament life on the line, by the way, for DKittens. If they lose this, they will get third, fourth.
Oh, I see. All right, so maybe you're right. Maybe it's a hero pool.
Hey, no. Do
think-
they get third, fourth?
I think so.
No, they get fifth, sixth. Oh.
All
And they
right.
get denied the prize money. Yeah.
All right,
Okay.
so
Thank
never
you.
mind.
Thank you.
Okay, so for Zace has been really comfortable with the Li Ming. I mean, the Vala not so much. It didn't work out so well from the first game. As far as I can remember, it keeps getting picked off. So Li Ming still very explosive, still managed to get those picks for DKittens. But what will they ban on their side, though? I mean, Falstad instead. Okay.
Falstad. So this is the reason why they picked up Brightwing, because they still want some form of global. ETC gets banned
I
as
was
well.
about to
No
say.
more stage dive. So
Alright.
all the other secondary globals are all kind of all out. We still have two more picks coming in from Inquisition. It looks like Without ETC, they may still want to secure the Muradin. I think it worked out pretty well for them. Lauda's Muradin pretty much on point. Good lockdowns, some great stun bolts coming out. But personally, I like to see a Diablo somewhere, please.
Yeah, Diablo not being picked, but there they go. They're going to be picking a Val instead. What are they going to be pairing it with? It's going to be a Tychus. So a lot of damage on their side here. So what is their frontliner for the side of Inquisition?
Remember I mentioned they could have banned Tychus, but they didn't. So it went to Inquisition anyway. And they decide to remove ETC instead, which is a little bit questionable. Here we have got 2 more picks for DKittens. I think that the early commitment on Li Ming may actually not work out well for them. They still have got these supports to take care of, which would really indicate that it could be a Karazim. We've seen Karazim on DKittens for a few games already. But nothing to... No Divine Palm. That's the problem. No Divine Palm. And we also didn't see Rhaegar, but I'm more inclined to picking Rhaegar. Oriole also could work. Except Oriole is like... I think Oriole requires a lot of, you know, just phase grinding, which could be possible here.
But they opt
Finally,
for
we see the secret recipe I've been hiding the entire cast. Hammer Morales.
Wow.
This is a team that runs this, by the way, Jay Hao.
We'll see.
This is a team that runs this. I'm telling you, they do this. Morales, I remember I said Morales is a hero that's being played by DKittens a lot, and this is where you will witness firsthand what they have in mind here. Sergeant Hammer is pretty good. It's also one of the main reasons why they banned the ETC, because ETC can stage dive to the back line, you know, really wrecks Lieutenant Morales. With this kind of a lineup from Inquisition, they can barely extend past the midway mark in any team fight. That's going to be pretty tight for them. They need a strong warrior.
True. They need someone to actually lock down these really these targets that are in the backline, because it seems to me that no one can reach them. But it looks like they're going to be opting for a Muradin. Hopefully, when they get that stun in, finish that target, move to the next target. But it's going to be quite difficult as Li Ming has that mobility. Varian has that taunt. Morales with a single target heal. Sergeant Hammer with that backline damage. So, I'm
hyped. I'm glad that they decided to go ahead with this. I thought that they may have given up on it, but Morales, Sergeant Hammer, Varian. If you think about it, there's not much of a lockdown from Inquisition that could dive past the backline. Flanking is kind of hard in Tales of Doom because of the way the map's been, you know, lined up.
Yeah.
So this is gonna be interesting to see. Man.
Yeah, this is actually something that I could say right now that maybe we might see a Braxis, but it's all up to Inquisition on how they would play around this, as it's going to be a bit tough, just as we have been saying earlier, to actually get through that backline.
Well, Lauda is one of few last hopes, I think, in securing the kill on Morales. I hope no Haymaker, please. Although I know people in HL, you know, runs Haymaker in just against Morales. But, you know, if Lauda lands a stun and you see that, you know, fiery sulfurous smash, it could still be a good position for them to be in. All right, so ladies and gentlemen, we're now going in to game number 4. On the blue team, we got Inquisition. Kevin will be a Ragnar's Crusade onto the Vala. Reminiscence as the Brightwing. Lauda playing as a Muradin, and Saber will be the Tychus.
There you have it. Meanwhile, on the red side, we've got DKittens, Zace on the Li Ming once again, Sergeant Morales, oh my god, I combined their names. Sergeant Hammer on Pizza, Fiery on Dehaka, Mir onto the Avarian, and there is going to be Lieutenant Morales on Kazarto.
That's our demotion right there.
Sergeant Morales, my god, what have I done?
Wonder what she did.
Alright, so let's see how they're going to be rotating first. Bottom side, DKittens, Lieutenant Morales, and Sergeant Hammer. You know, everybody else from Inquisition here on the mid part of the map.
Okay, so far so good. Looks like a right click build for Vala straight off the bat. Not going to be the Meiji Q build. Should be run and dash here. Oh, right.
Zace.
Can we please have the screen back to the melee? Just in time to catch him die.
Oh no, really? Zace wanted to land those pokes, but Inquisition just easily collapsed onto Zace.
Oh, Lauda again with the lockdown. The booster. Very, very nice maneuver there by PZCL, so staying safe.
Yeah, I mean, these quick rotations from Inquisition not giving Deadly Kittens the space that they need to actually move around the map and keep sieging, getting that map lane control, rather. And Loda will be here in the mid side of the map against Mer and Zace, which might rotate on towards the top side with Ragnaros and Dehaka head-to-head.
Oh man, Fiery, so low. Okay, but top lane, it looks like Ragnaros is almost going to win that one. Of course, that's only because he is OP. He clears the lane with 2 skills, which is really, really sick.
Yeah.
Fiery, on the other hand, has got to stand and soak a little bit more and is struggling at this point. But no rotations whatsoever from Deadly Kittens. Mid lane-wise, some pokes from Zace, that's about it. Bottom lane, they still are playing a lot on this Morales hammer comp, which really means that they're going to get early towers and all. But don't forget that this is Towers of Doom. You know, bell towers, the moment they go down, they don't stay down. They switch sides and it becomes available again. So pushing becomes a very, very niche thing here. It says, yeah, we'll be fine. Double range damage dealers, but he's got a walking fountain behind him.
That is true. With that combo at the bot side of the map, looks like they might want to take a pick first before actually channeling those altars once they activate later on. And we will be seeing a pause first as, you know, pizza with the walking fountain.
I'm not sure if every time he says that is because of my mic or
mine
or his mic. Anyway, it doesn't matter. So we got, I hope you guys can still hear us. Just to be clear, this is the 4th game. We're going in pretty well. And if you look at the way the teams are getting positioned here, I don't think that Deadly Kittens can secure the bottom. Alta very close. Crusade comes in, but is up against Morales.
Oh, actually dodging in. Here comes the altars. Mir as well, face to face with the Muradin. Meanwhile, Zay starting the channel. Can they actually contest this one though? Nope. That's not going to be a contest. So we'll see. Everybody's going to be falling. Ragnar's going to fall down.
Mistakes again. Mistakes by Inquisition. Ragnar's there, completely out of position. Because they played a very aggressive bottom lane against Hammer and Morales, they couldn't stop the channel, which would have been ideal. If they had their HP at decent level, if they had their skills up, they could definitely contest that.
Exactly, and looks like they're going to be having a hard time at this point with pressure at top, pressure at bot, with these two dealing a lot of hurt onto their structures and adding more to the hurt, securing these merc camps for more control. And once again, just as you said earlier, out of position.
Okay, Deadly Kittens picks up the sappers in the bottom right. Fiery, he's just been bullied the entire game. And, oh, we see actually a gank potential on top lane. Ragnaros going in. The Haka gonna be alright, alright.
He is okay, but Muradin and Mer actually gaining some space, just bumping into each other from time to time. Meanwhile, there comes Mer with the stun and the polymorph as well. Reminiscence will be able to be safe. And no kills whatsoever, but they're going to be shoved onto the lane. 4 members down here at the bottom side of the map. Deadly Kittens zoning them pretty well.
So the plan here for Deadly Kittens is actually pretty simple. They take down the bottom, they control the bottom, they go for sappers, they continuously threaten core HP, and you have to rotate bottom here to deal with them. Meanwhile, because of the fact that the global on the side Inquisition is a healer, and that is the Bright Wing, they cannot really stay top lane. They have to put another hero there, which once again means that at any point in time it could be a 5 vs 4. Lauda in the meantime takes a bit of a beating.
Wow, super duper low Lauda, forced to actually go back, and Crusade even. So just as you said, just as you mentioned, control over this bot. Meanwhile, Saber canceling that channel onto that altar right there, and everybody else rotating super fast. Zace might get caught out of position, but shortly joins his teammate, Pizza. And here comes Kevin in the middle of it all. He's going to get stunned. Fiery, actually very low as well. But here come the heals and the sustain. Lauda might have to jump. Does he have a jump? Nope. He's going to be fine. Doesn't need it. And looks like more control on the altars for Deadly Kittens.
Yeah, it looks like it looks pretty one-sided at this point because remember we mentioned about the limitations of Inquisition's draft. They're not able to dive on Kazato, and Kazato is playing very, very safe. He's always almost at maximum range on the healing beam, which is really, really good. So with that in mind, Uh-oh, we're going to see an aggressive maneuver from DKittens right now.
Uh-oh, here comes Mert. There's the stun onto the Vala, explodes into the damage. Lotta has nowhere to go. Actually tries to jump, but bumps into that barn right there. And everybody else just following through all the damage, just on the chase, nowhere to run. And that's Reminiscence trying to save his comrade. But look at the drag, almost missing. Actually missed. And that'll be 2 members down for Inquisition.
Yeah, so far, I think that they should stop trying to play aggressively on the side of Inquisition. Just soak the lane, but even then, you got to be very, very careful. The moment the bottom bell tower turned red, you have to pull back. And that's the mistake they made right there. But great plays from DKittens, especially the combo between Mer and Zace on Li Ming as well as Varian. So
this is so hard to deal with. It seems like at the draft, it's so difficult to deal with this duo from DKittens. And more bell towers are getting on the side, are having more control on the DKittens side. There's the teleport from the Brightwing. Where is he gonna go? Probably bottom side of the map just to help out the Tychus. And looks like they're gonna be collapsing onto Mir. Guess it will be safe for now.
Okay, so they will nicely deny the Sappers from crossing the line. And here, Alta gonna spawn. This is where the value really kicks in. If they cannot take down this bell tower and turn it blue, then DKittens is gonna have 5 charges. But they should be able to do it just nicely. The rest of the team, however, not really getting anything done in the mid lane. Just, you know, taking it slow.
Yeah, they're actually just forced to keep defending, because there's not a lot of options for Inquisition at the moment, because it's always that the DKittens making the rotations, the aggressive plays, as Inquisition may not be capable. Oh, here comes the stun. Reminiscence will get off safely, and the altar will be triggered as well.
Yeah, this is really hard to deal with. There goes the stun. Sulfurous Smash comes down, but there is no follow-up. Saber, in the meantime, takes too much damage. Here comes the Emerald Wind. Crusade lands a Rain of Vengeance. Murnau taking a lot of damage, and the second one connects as well. And a little bit of a low HP. Lauda jumps in, picks it up nicely. Adaptation kicks in as well. Kuzato dropping so low. We'll be fine. Kevin still right-clicks down the Haka. The Haka goes down. And the rest of DKittens, they still have got a Li Ming to take care of. Pull him off. And the stun. No, not level 16. Oh, man.
My god, the Inquisition turned around the fight, knowing that everybody else is separated. And at this point, they're lacking 1 member, DKittens, but they are still pretty healthy at the moment. Disintegrate just to scare them off. Get some poke in. But yeah, Inquisition, nicely done.
Alright, so some form of a saving grace coming in here. In terms of the kill, 3 to 4. In terms of the talent options, very, very standard across all the other games as well. And yeah, so nothing really surprising going on, except for the fact that the rotations could have been a lot better coming up from Inquisition. You just saw a good fight right there. Definitely the Emerald Wind did a lot of work in that fight.
True. I mean, maybe it would have... hold that thought. There's going to be a taunt onto Loda, but still charging in with the Brightwing. Nicely done, but the damage... Here comes the Haka from the side. Gets stunned. There's the Disintegrate. Try to finish and poke some of the members of Inquisition. They're going to be ending the fight for now.
Kevin. Oh, the taunt goes down. And a grenade as well. And Murnau.
Wow. The thing is, Inquisition could have gotten something more if they won the earlier fight when the altars actually spawned. But they managed to get a kill just in time for altars to spawn. So that'll be a really painful hit. But look at this. They're trying to take down the boss, but they get spotted by the Haka.
Oh.
There's a 4 charges. Ouch. So, 16 health.
Almost double. More than double, in fact. Now they need a level 13 before they can take the next fight. And you still see Tychus with Dragon Laser Drill, which looks to be a little bit weird. Murnau diving very, very close. Ragnaros with a Molten Core just a little bit too slow. Stun's going in. Pizzacell taking a lot of damage. Pulls back out. Morales keeps him safe. Mur also going to pull back out, and that's about it. So the Molten Core used a little bit too quickly there.
Yeah, and Haka, you can tell how confident DKittens is. Like, Haka is even creating more pressure at the top side of the map on that bell tower of Inquisition. But looks like Inquisition still wanting to push, creating more pressure for themselves. This is their response. Meanwhile, the rest are soaking their lanes properly from Deadly Kittens as they can defend properly from this one.
We're looking for a lockdown. Zay's coming from the side, misses this combo already. Lauda pops the avatar, misses the stun. Here comes the Dragon Laser Drill on the background, and Pizza Xiao now sieging up directly in front of the laser drill. The heal from Kozato doing a lot of work. In the meantime, the steam drone being used, and it's an instant bailout there.
Yeah, the drill was not able to do anything at all as Lieutenant Morales was keeping all the single target heals. That was nicely done, and Crusade really low at the moment, and Fiery actually going on stasis. He'll heal everything back up, but Kevin's super duper low. They lost another damage dealer, and that is again Vala with Reminiscence falling right behind onto their deaths. And this is just cleanup time for Deadly Kittens so far with the altars. 3 altars spawning just in time.
That was disastrous. This could be game.
Yeah.
This could be game right here. All because they tried to play the sustain game against Morales. They had no dive. They tried to kill, I think, Varian or whoever was in front, and that took way too long with Morales still alive. And Kozato played a really good game, just hiding in the background there, you know, sneaking in some auto attacks from time to time. Fiery. Okay, no, so it's not game yet. Fiery overextended a little bit. Should be able to heal back up. Chase goes on. Oh man,
done.
a Barrow. Should have seen it coming. And Fiery pulls back out once again to see the Ember Wing connecting on the backline. Mur now also getting the safeguard on. And Kozato still keeping up the teammate alive. Kevin overextending. Mur looking for the charge.
Look at Kevin. Really low at this point, but Zaze actually tries to chase, and it doesn't hit. Zaze might actually be in trouble at this point. In Crusade actually sacrifices their own position with Reminiscence will follow suit as well. Looks like he'll still be okay with Pizza leading the front line. 3 members down for Inquisition. Oh my god.
It's just game right here. There we have it. Channeling the Ulta would be game. Kevin, though, tries to stop it.
There, the spotlight's on you, man.
Yeah, right. Just raining fire. That's going to buy him an extra 10 seconds before Brightwing comes back in here.
Looks like they still are holding on.
And what is Brightwing going to do? Surprise me.
All right, Polymorph. Zaze chasing them down, but Fiery with a channel.
There we have it, ladies and gentlemen. Game number 4 goes to Deadly Kittens, and we are going to Braxis Holdout.
Wow, Braxis for the first time. Braxis.
I'm excited. Now, remember that I mentioned why they should probably win Braxis? It's because 2 main reasons. Number 1, Inquisition will be very tilted at this point. Number two, because I think they're going to run Rexar.
Oh.
Rexar is going to change the draft quite a fair bit in Braxis. It's one of the main reasons why I would say that Deadly Kittens Rexar is really going to change things up a lot. It's also a battleground that opens up an Illidan possibility, which they're very comfortable with. Whereas on the other hand, you've almost seen every single trick that Inquisition has up their sleeve. They're already completely depleted. By the way, shout out from the production team. They asked us to say that Oriel are not level 20. And now Braxis.
Wow, what an awesome day for HGCCA. And for Braxis, just as you mentioned how they might be a little bit tilted, they were really close to winning the series already. For the side of Inquisition, they started out really strong, and then suddenly Deadly Kittens out of nowhere just, you know what, it's game time.
It is. Braxis Holdout. I'm hyped.
Same.
This is going to be fun. I mean, we just saw a really one-sided game, and I think that the credit there lies almost 100% in the draft.
Yeah.
Execution's kind of heavy as well, but you know right off the bat that they have no answer at all for the Morales hammer. And they struggle. They really struggle really hard. Even in most of the fights where you saw some good combos. You saw the stun bolt into Sulfuras, but just not enough to close out. In general, just really a wasted opportunity there for Inquisition. But here we are, to each side.
I know, right? It's the I think this is the first game 5 we're gonna be having.
It's the first game 5
for HGC, and I'm really excited. For sure, I'm not sure for Inquisition if they should be picking the Brightwing for themselves.
I think that you're right. I think on that point. The fact that they gave Brightwing a lot of priority seems to be hurting them a lot.
Yeah.
You know, that early pick on the Brightwing when it's probably not even going to get banned coming out from DKittens. We'll have to see what other strategy they've got up their sleeve. But my main question now, Riku, is who do you think will win this game?
For me, at this point, looking at DKittens and how they perform and how they adjusted to Inquisition after time and time after this series, I think it might be DKittens.
All right.
Let's see. Let's see. I'm very excited. All right, let's head on to the draft for our game number 5 between DKittens versus Inquisition.
Braxis Holdout. Probably still going to be the Malfurion ban, I think. But you got to be very careful here. This could be a really quick game. And that's insane, you know?
Yeah.
Small little mistakes here and there. You get a huge Zerg wave coming in. You want to pick up heroes like Sylvanas to a certain extent. And that helps dealing damage against...
Look at that respect, man.
The Hammer Band, though.
Yeah, the Hammer Band. Don't want to see that. So we're going to be expecting...
I thought we were getting good. Then we just came back. You know? Reality hits hard.
Oh, well.
And it's hitting me. We're still in SEA, aren't we? Anyway, Hammer Band. They just don't want to deal with that. That's fair.
Yeah. And probably... you know what? Maybe Malfurion this time around. Or are they going to still, ban it at the second wave? Whoever is going to be the second person is going to be banning that. As maybe we need more clear as the Zergs might be, pushing in.
This is gonna be hard, man. I would love to see Rexar get picked up because he just does so much work. And if it's a Zarya ban, Malfurion is open for the first time.
But they quickly changed their minds.
Morales ban.
Morales ban. Oh man, everything.
Okay, so what's it gonna be? Looks like a Morales ban. I'm gonna take both of those out.
Malfurion, though, at least it's open for the taking. Maybe
I'm almost 100% sure. That's because Reminiscence, if he doesn't play a Brightwing, they were hoping that he would play a Morales.
Oh.
That's gone. So Malfurion
Rhaegar would be nice, as shifting to Wolf, actually gaining more, what do you call this? Mobility, switching from one beacon to another.
Fair enough.
All right.
That denies the Illidan come from DKittens already. And let's see what the response is. I would love to see Malfurion, Zarya. I think those are really good picks. So you can even go for Variant. Variant does really well in Braxis Holdout. Just small little skirmishes here and there.
True.
The other Southeast Asian local flavor is Leoric, but I'm not going to curse it. I'm not going to curse it.
Yeah, I don't think we... Was there a Leoric from the previous? No, I don't think so. But they're going to be opting for Gul'dan and Malfurion, which Malfurion, understandable. Gul'dan, understandable too, as that will provide him, sustain as well if the Malfurion, in case, is not going to be with him. So, as they're going to be, as you said earlier, mini skirmishes, they're going to be quite scattered at some point. So let's see how they respond.
Gul'dan is going to clear the lanes really, really well. Even the Zerg wave, along with Malfurion, I think that those two are really, really good in this setup. But for Inquisition, having a Testadar, they still are very open. I want to see Varian, man. I think Varian is going to be quite effective here.
True.
They may also want to address the Tyka's potential.
Tyka's potential.
We'll see. Diablo is so fantastic. Diablo is so good.
Yeah, Falstad is open, but I wonder if they're going to be opting for that on their side.
Normally, Falstad, not so much. Pretty small battleground. Yeah, Brightwing, Sylvanas. I think that the priority here for Inquisition is a little bit off. Having only Brightwing.
They really love their Brightwing.
Yeah.
I mean,
I don't even think that it's gonna get banned.
Yeah, or gonna be taken since they already have the Malfurion. So, well, at least they got Sylvanas for the clear, for the pressure, for the siege, and take advantage when, if they are able to get those beacons up to 100%, they get that upper hand. They can easily, maximize that potential with the Sylvanas push. So, yeah.
Yeah, Brightwing on Braxis Holdout, a battleground that's very small. You really don't expect that kind of synergy coming in here with this pick. But Inquisition, man.
Yeah, true. I mean, you already see the Gul'dan and how it would deal huge amounts of damage, and I'm not sure if Brightwing will be able to have that sustain for his teammates. So
it's not gonna be easy, but at least you have got an anti-burst in the form of Tassadar. So Sonya getting banned out here. From the way it looks, I don't think we're gonna see Rexar. I still hope we do. But just from the way Inquisition is drafting, I don't think that, that's going to be necessary.
True that. Well, it is Deadly Kittens. They have surprised us from the 4th match, which earned them a respect ban onto both heroes, Morales and Hammer. But looks like Ragnaros.
Yeah, that's a good ban. I can understand why, it really helps the team with Ragnaros to defend. But again, why would you pick Brightwing so early on? That's, man.
Yeah, it's not really the priority at the moment. It actually reveals what you have in hand already. So they're going to be taking advantage of that Brightwing heal. Although they do, as you mentioned, as you brought up, they do have a Tassadar. It's all up to execution. But Red Team is going to be picking this time around. Frontliner. Maybe a variant, still not appearing onto the draft just yet. Huh.
Yeah, this just looks really weak for Inquisition, man. Sylvanas, what are they gonna do here? Solo warrior against potential variant as well as a Diablo or even Rexstar.
Even ETC and the Haka.
So everything good is going to Deadly Kittens, man. That's like your top 4 picks.
Yeah. I wonder if we're gonna see a Tychus or something that's like 2 ranged, and then they're lacking a frontliner, but knowing that they have ETC and Dehaka, they're going to be pressured with having their own 2 warriors. But Mirrodin, again, we'll see.
We'll have to see.
Interesting draft here at Braxis Holdout. Let's see what else is going to be open. Varian is still not on the table. So
yeah, Variant still is open, so we'd love to see that. The problem in Variant is that kind of forces you to go into another melee, which at this point, if you look at the draw for Inquisition, that means they almost have got no damage.
True. Quite difficult on their side. They're going to be opting for Johan and Kerrigan.
Okay, this looks really insane. Now Kerrigan on Kevin with Tassadar Brightwing support. I've said things that I shouldn't have said when it comes to Kerrigan getting picked up, so I'm not gonna jinx this game again.
Yeah, we're just gonna see how it's gonna turn out once we head on to Braxis. But Kerrigan, yeah, I suppose you jump into a target, Brightman will be there, and make it a 4v5 perhaps. Isolated
for
target.
Sure. There we go. All right.
All right.
Again, I feel that Deadly Kittens has got a better draft.
Yeah, yeah. Getting all the really strong picks on their side. Just seems like this is gonna be an interesting match.
Kevin on that Kerrigan, he's gonna have to play the best game he's ever played on Kerrigan to even try and match this. Like, the burst is there, but Malfurion's gonna really sustain, and you're jumping into Twilight Dream potential. That has to hurt, man. That
True.
has to hurt.
Not only Twilight Dream, you're also gonna be jumping into Entangling Root, so that puts you in a predictable position, as Kerrigan might be a bit too linear for the side of Inquisition, might be a bit too predictable. So it could easily be countered, especially for the fact that there are a lot of peel that the Deadly Kittens comp can provide, so it's actually pretty worrisome. So, but it's all. I mean, Tassadar putting the shield onto Kerrigan once she jumps in. We'll see if that's gonna be enough.
Yeah, this is like you don't win a game just by picking like the Queen of Dessert. And it doesn't work. All right. But here, the moment Kerrigan jumps in, one Horrify, and we're almost done.
Yeah.
Like you can just build. Call for the bill right there.
Exactly. And you know what? We'll see how Inquisition plays this Kerrigan comp. And welcome again to the Braxis Hall. This is game number 5 between Inquisition versus Deadly Kittens.
Right, look at that. SCV, ready to go. In the blue corner, we got Inquisition Lauda will be the Joanna, Reminiscence on to the Brightwing, Kevin on your Kerrigan, Crusade will be the Sylvanas, last but not least Saber on the Testar.
Meanwhile, here on the red side, Deadly Kittens, we have Kazarta on the Malfurion, Zace on the Gul'dan, and Tychus on Pizza on Tychus rather, Fiery onto the Dehaka. They're mashed together, Dehaka, and Mur on the ETC.
Great, here we go.
Whew.
Remember, tournament life on the line. The winner proceeds on to the next round. The loser walks home unpaid.
Exactly. And as you can see, Deadly Kittens doing that same strat from earlier with 2 people on the bottom side of the map. Meanwhile, I think Inquisition might be looking for a possible pick. But Deadly Kittens knows what's up. They decide to just rotate here at the bottom side of the map, with Tassadar only the one guarding in response.
Right, so 4-1 strategy from both sides. You're going to have to pay respect to the Sylvanas. Top lane push already coming in. Fiery going to swap lane with the rest of the team here. And they're going to match Sylvanas fire with fire. We'll have to see how this works out. Lauda, nice dismount there on the Malfurion. And still a little bit of an advantage here for Inquisition right off the bat, simply because they're just rotating through the lanes a little bit.
True, and this is going to be a Tassadar and Dehaka matchup here at the bot side of the map. ETC in position for a power slide perhaps. And there you have it. Nothing happening so far just yet. Just a bunch of pokes and trades. But it looks like Kevin might be in trouble.
Kevin, the root instantly connects. Now Pizza is the one that's in trouble. And Pizza Xiao goes down. Taika's already gone. Kevin somehow still alive, but Zace finishes him off with the Fell Flame. Wow, making it so close.
Whoa, 1 for 1. I actually thought Kerrigan was the first one to fall, but looks like they got a bit too greedy with Tychus in reach for all the DPS. And here comes the beacons in more or less than 10 seconds. It's gonna be activated and more pressure around the map building.
If no one from Inquisition rotates down, there is no way Tesla's gonna win the beacon from Dehaka. So this looks like as long as Deadly Kitten secures the top beacon, they can actually summon a Zerg, which explains this aggression. Now Mur in a lot of trouble. The combos connect beautifully, but it may not be enough. Lauda dropping a lot of HP. Zace also taking a bit of a damage there from the Kerrigan, and the blue team manages to secure the top beacon.
Yes, yes, that is correct. And meanwhile, Inquisition doing a great job installing so far this top side. Mur actually close to death earlier. But thanks to the heals coming from the Malfurion, they're still going to be contesting at this point of the game. Grenade being tossed, so Pizza would... Crusade, actually no mana.
Wow. They got the bottom beacon, but hold that top. We got a 4-man condemn coming in. Zace taking a bit of a damage right there. But Kevin is the main focus, and Kevin will go down. Lauda pulls back out a little bit to the left. And you can see that the rest of Deadly Kitten is still alive.
Yes, and looks like because of that pick, that makes more room for Deadly Kitten to retake that beacon and charge it all up. It looks like Reminiscence will join Saber against Fiery, interrupting this hold. It looks like it might charge soon, but look at that. Another pick, Johanna falling from battle on the side of Inquisition, gaining that control on the top side beacon. But Inquisition, in exchange, will try to delay that.
They have to move 3 men to the bottom lane just to make sure that they wrestle the beacon away from Fiery to Dehaka. And very, very good opening here for Deadly Kittens. But Inquisition, on the other hand, got to be very careful. They're going to have to play against Mercenaries right now. And Kevin, man, on that Kerrigan.
Exactly, and really look at that. Fiery leading the front line. There's the drag on to that Sylvanas. Crusade really in trouble. Kevin falls as well from the Gul'dan. Again, every time they go back to lane, somebody falls from Inquisition, making more room, but still no charges yet for the beacon.
All right, we are at 32% up against 0. Lauda trying desperately to hold on to this point here. He still has the Iron Skin, and it's not going to be easy to wrestle Joanna off the beacon as well. But top lane, you already see that we have the top fort getting threatened there by both the Malfurion as well as Tychus and also Gul'dan. So 50% HP on the top fort.
Yeah, 32 again to 0. So Inquisition having a difficult time finding that right opening, finding that right clashes that they want, since Deadly Kittens is just right at their doorstep, zoning them away. But meanwhile, there's Kevin once again. They find Mur all alone. Actually, prances towards Mur, but he's a-okay.
Alright, back to some laning phase here. One Talon up, DKittens looking to capitalize on this one. They will pick up the bottom mercenary camp. They're just playing it very, very slow and confidently. And on this side for Inquisition, Mer leading a fray here for DKittens. Lauda getting left behind a little bit. Pops the Ant Skin. And they know they need to contest this point.
Yes, and almost capping for the side of DKittens, but a lot of members from Inquisition are still contesting this. A lot of CCs onto ETC. There's the power slide, unstoppable. Kevin at this point, and Mer really getting chunked down, but there is the charge. It's going to be starting as Kevin is in the middle of it all. Very, very vulnerable and very open for another death once again.
Yeah, Dahaka used the Brush Stalker to go to the top beacon, which enabled Saber to stop the beacon summoning process. But that's not going to last. And right now, you see a bit of a rotation coming in from the right side. Johanna goes down. And Crusade. Man, this is going to be an early Zerg wave here for DKittens.
Yes, sirree. And there comes 60%. It's still building. No one is able to try to contest this, but looks like Inquisition will try to contest the bottom. There's the Rake, nice stasis, nice burrow, just to deny. And Mir is going to be joining him as well. There is the drag again to Kevin. That is their primary target. Kevin, here comes Gul'dan with the additional damage. And there you have it, still alive, but falls down. Fiery super low at this point. And will you look at that? DKittens, so much control. And there are the Zergs.
Just a lot of bad decisions, I feel, from Inquisition here. They should have just stuck on the top beacon a lot more rather than trying to rotate up down. That was a little bit slow on their part. But level 10 already hit here by DKittens. It's Adaptation, Twilight Dream, Horrify, very standard stuff. I think ETC may consider going for a stage dive here.
Stage dive and level 10 at this point. Just as you said, Horrify being dropped as well onto the rest of the members so that the Zerg can quickly push in. There's a blind onto Zace. Will do that. No good. Drill being dropped as well onto the battlefield. Malfurion getting stunned. Twilight Dream. And that'll be stun on to the Tassadar, but ETC will be the first one to fall. A lot of members are super low on the side of DKittens, and they're on for the chase. Look at that poison. Zace, super low. Kerrigan actually jumps in, and actually didn't manage to finish the kill onto Zace. Cruzado, no mana. And the rest of the members are still alive and very low at this point.
That was impressive. Somehow Gul'dan stayed alive there. The regrowth just doing so much work. Kerrigan jumping in a wild solo. They have two supports, but you know, both were not able to keep the Kerrigan alive. Oh man.
Wow.
Mistakes.
Mistakes were made. Inquisition, close to level 10. They are still able to, you know, turn this thing around, but DKittens definitely on the, you know, the best position at this point, with them in favor with more map control. So I don't know. Reminiscence might get flanked here. Oh, no.
Okay, so to pick up the Mercam on top. Lauda dismounts the ETC. Kevin jumps in. Oh, fails the combo. Nice face smelt coming up from the ETC. That just really broke apart the entire combo from Kevin.
Wow. Really, really intense game 5 at this point. 10 to 11. Mir is going to be in the middle of it all. Johanna leading the front line at this point. They really want something nicely done. Rake, there comes the stasis onto the Dahaka. There's the Horrify, all the wombo combos, even the Kindly Grooves. Kevin again. Now he's going to be the first one to fall on the side of Inquisition. Everybody's going to be silenced at this point. Reminiscence and Lauda very low. The drill being laid onto the battle. Nicely done drag on from Fiery, getting that Sylvanas away from battle, and everybody keeps falling down from the side of Inquisition. 3 down.
I think that started out really well, and then somewhere along the line they forgot that, oh, there's a Twilight Dream in the mix.
Yeah. Ouch. So that gives more room for DKittens to like get a well, get more control on the bottom side of the map. So beacons are even gonna spawn in a while. So what does Inquisition intend to counter this?
Well, first of all, everything is down in terms of heroics except for Mosh. We still have got the Blessed Chill up in just about a few seconds. Lauda gonna pick up the bottom beacon, and we got Dahaka all the way at the top side, but looks like they are just gonna congregate around this bottom fort.
Yes, and Lauda will bump onto the ETC, but looks like, just as you mentioned, they're going to be trying to siege down instead, try to create more space for themselves, but ETC in the middle of it all, trying to contest this beacon so that it won't... Actually, they just want that space right there.
Yeah. By the way, Blast Shield was used, did not connect on anything. Still has the iron skin, I think, in just a bit. Mer buying some time, just dancing around. Kevin,
nicely done with a cancel on the prance from Kevin. And all the heroics are available on the table from Deadly Kitten, so the window of Inquisition to actually gain advantage on heroics is over. So Lauda forced to go back, out of HP, and the beacons might gonna... Nope, Kevin will distract that top beacon to deny that charge. 2% though.
Kevin in a little bit of trouble right there. Reminiscence with a quick polymorph. There goes the Emerald Win. Maybe able to pick up the kill, but nope, not going to be enough. Using the combo on the wrong side. Lauda is going to pull back up from the bottom left. Mer now trying to pull back up, but they still are channeling up the beacon. And here we go. Beacon's activated for the red team. Deadly Kittens now trying to do something. There goes the Twilight Dream. Silence quickly onto Fiery. Fiery dropping so low. Zaze also trying to sustain by the 2-minute stun. Kozato with the ice block may not be enough. Mer pulls back out. Lauda somehow still alive with some extra support from Reminiscence and Crusade. ETC pulls back out. And 2-for-2 exchange. Nicely
done. Actually, Maelstrom and all the heals coming from the Bright Wing onto the Kerrigan. So that was the first, successful fight that we've seen here on the side of Inquisition. But looks like they're going to be in a bit of a trouble. Crusade actually raids away. And ETC still bothering Lauda. Dehaka right at their feet. Lauda still trying to zone them away, but here comes the drag. He's gonna get stunned, but not enough damage so far. But Tychus is there. There's the stun. Is there gonna be a follow-up? Is there gonna be a finish? And very, very tanky, but he will fall down. Reminiscence, no mana anymore. Even Crusade, but Tychus, super low. Pizza, Crusade might be a bit greedy there. Nicely done. Onto the dash. And looks like they are not able to finish the kill as Zace and the rest of the members are here. Kevin searching for Tychus. Obviously, Kevin is going to be in the middle of it all. And look at the greedy plays. He will fall down. Crusade as well with all the gold and poison and the damage in the world. There's a drag onto the Tassadar. Saber is all alone with only Sylvanas left to protect the base.
That looks sad. Saber now trying to pull back out. Gets rooted. Probably will go down. And that Kerrigan was like going for bites of burger after burger after burger. Man.
You can tell how not really greedy, but they want to kill. They want to kill. I want this really low target that we've been trying to focus on, but all those body blocks not giving vision, not giving everything, and 13-16. This is murder from Deadly Kittens.
Yeah, it's not going to be easy. Alright, so we're looking at the Brute Lords now, firing some really green nasty charges, and bottom lane getting some form of defense coming in here from Inquisition, but here comes the Haka. Reminiscence, the primary target. Fiery looking for the drag, buying up more time. Here comes the Emerald Win. Reminiscence. Oh, the Herf gets cancelled, or rather...
Yeah, out of position.
He's just running away right now. Reminiscence. Boy, that's not your home, man. There is a dead end somewhere. Somewhere over the rainbow. He's going to try and pop back out, and he gets out safely towards the end of that. Reminiscence makes the home run. The crowd goes wild. It's not like he did anything, actually. But
it's a miracle. I thought he had that. Nicely done.
Yep, well, phase shift. It's the phase shift. He was able to pull back out just nicely. Now, 2 each side, 3 level lift for Deadly Kittens, and Inquisition still in this game.
Yeah, definitely. And at this point, Deadly Kittens giving more pressure on this bottom side as they have been getting all the charges, all the zergs so far, with Inquisition not finding that right combo for themselves for that Kerrigan and Johanna to work on their side. Lauda really low. Mir charges in the power slide. Nothing will happen there that much. Kevin already dishes out his combo. And Saber will exit slowly as he activates his Archon. Nothing happening there. They just baited their heroics out.
Yeah, just completely one-sided exchange. Archon was the only one used, I think. Lauda takes a lot of damage. The shields come in. Myrrh looking for the power slide onto the Bright Wing. There goes the ice block. And you see the Emerald Wing coming up as they're dropping so low. Yet no follow-up from the Kerrigan. She's nowhere to be found in that fight. Would have been really disastrous if she was really close.
True that. And Twilight Dream already available on the side of Deadly Kittens. Meanwhile, a lot of heroics being baited out from Inquisition. So if ever they do want to find a clash, they have to buy some time. Only Maelstrom on Kerrigan. So it might be a pretty one-sided clash if ever they do want to contest this. But you know what? Maybe they want to try it out.
No, I don't think they can. All right, so the scouting drone going to spot out Lauda. Lauda.
Uh-oh.
Maybe trying to buy some time. All right, he's going in. And the Condemn pulls them close. Kevin again looking for a stun. The Twilight Dream connects only on one target in the background. Horrify as well. There goes the mosh pit. And it's a beautiful song being sang by Kevin by himself. Not able to do anything. Looks for the Malfurion. Kozato dropping very low. Kevin with the kill. Pops the Maelstrom. Just a little bit too slow. Jumps to Zaze. Goes down Saber. Also in a lot of trouble. And it's a 5-man team wipe.
Man, look at that. They really, despite, not having much heroics to work with, they really wanted to take down and take advantage of the low targets on the side of Deadly Kittens as they were distracted in taking down the boss. But it is just too risky knowing that you have not much to work with.
All right, one way or another, Deadly Kittens looks really good and set to win this series and game, of course. Top side is where the red Zerg's gonna spawn. Beacon's already fully activated right about another 10 seconds later. Lauda solo defend against the Goliath boss. You gotta be kidding me. This thing is every single Gundam fan's final fantasy.
Exactly. Look at that. Look at that mech going on to the core. Gonna be melted down slowly for sure. But the Zergs is another problem on the side of Inquisition. Definitely, they have to rotate to the top side of the map.
All right, Zerg spawning right about now. 53,000 combined HP there.
Whew.
Man, those Balix Zerglings, yeah, the Zerglings.
Yes. That's gonna be painful to defend as their primary wave gear for sure is just gonna be on the
drill.
Yeah, drill being laid out here. Lauda really low in the middle of it all. And there is a nicely done power slide as well. Kerrigan, again, Kevin will fall down. And next will be Johanna. And looks like they're aiming to finish this game. Actually, Dahaka will fall as well, but it won't be enough as they hit on the core. You are a prophet, Babel. You are right. Deadly Kittens win this one.
Prophet Babel.
Prophet
Ladies
Babel.
and gentlemen, Deadly Kittens will advance on to the lower bracket in the next series. And Inquisition gets eliminated here. Congratulations to Deadly Kittens. They are still alive and in the run for this one. That was not